in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Goddard & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Goddard & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and tonight's contest between your Gilmer Buckeyes and the Henderson Lions, who come into tonight's contest, Jeff, after a big win last week, 1 point against the Hawesville Bobcats. Very, very competitive game with a whole lot of new names and faces for Henderson, led by their new head coach, now 1-0, Othell Robinson. Coach Robinson comes in as a graduate of Texas A&M Kingsville. He's been coaching for 24 years, mostly in the Metroplex. He was the offensive coordinator last year at Crowley High School, where both of his sons, number 4, Jacoby, and number 3, Jamal, those are his twin sons. Now, they're not identical twins because Jacoby, the quarterback, is 6'2", 215.
He's a big boy.
He is a Vince Young starter kid. And Jamal is about, let's call it 5'10" and 175 pounds. But they're both speedsters, both great athletes. They were both all-district as sophomores in Crowley, which is a 6A school. They come to Henderson and add to that whole layer of just stable of athletes that they've got down there in Henderson. So they come in looking very impressive. They put up 47 points, 1 point more than Hawesville last week. Was a very interesting game to watch on Friday night. I know Coach Metzel was there to scout it out, but they come in very, very talented. As Coach Metzel likes to say, they got some dudes over there in Henderson.
Yeah, they do. And when he says dudes, he means very large dudes. You know, that's kind of code for they got some big boys over there. And, of course, that seems like it's been a theme the last several years. These lines keep getting bigger and bigger on both sides of the ball. But Henderson's got a high enrollment. They got a lot of kids in their school. They got a lot to choose from, and they always have a good crop of athletes. And this year's no different. I mean, it's just more of the same. Last year was a big battle. If you'll recall, the Henderson-Gilmer game was just a good one. Now, surprisingly, Gilmer is picked to win this game pretty handedly. I don't agree with the spread personally. I'm not even going to say what it was because it was.
No, I'm not going with that. The Buckeyes aren't falling for that trap tonight.
Yeah.
They realize that they're up against some quality. There's at least 8 Division I athletes on that other side, and they're all in the skill positions. They're all going to touch the ball. They are fast. They are big. They are strong. They're athletes. They're dangerous, and I think the Buckeyes know it. And Jeff, I think the interesting thing is that this is only really week 2. So the team that you're going to see from Henderson tonight, as individually talented as they are, still really don't know what they're doing. Coach Robinson got here a little bit late, brought the cavalry with his 2 sons, Jacoby and Jamal, but they're still learning to play with each other. You could tell that. Lots of mistakes in the Hawesville game last week. They jumped out to a 21-point lead and kind of had the game in hand, but they really let Hawesville kind of come back. And they almost lost the game at the very end. But if you remember last year, Jeff, 22-20 in the rain, it was a dogfight in Henderson, and I kind of expect the same game tonight.
Yeah, like I said, when I saw the spread, how Gilmer was picked a major favorite in this game tonight, I'm like, I appreciate that. That's very, flattering to be picked. But against a team like Henderson now, you're not going to see. I don't think you're going to see a spread anywhere close to what Gilmer was picked to win this game by tonight. You're going to see a battle. And here's the cool thing, is this year on Gilmer's side of the ball, I talked to Coach Messel in the coaching show this last week about this, we've got some size. Normally Gilmer's always undermanned on both sides of the line of scrimmage. We always got the skill kids. We're always we execute well. We got program players, right, that execute, and that's how we win football games. But we've really just seemed to rarely ever, every once in a while, you'll see a big line from Gilmer or a few big linemen. We actually have kind of got some size. We've got some good size on the defensive side of the ball. We've got some good size on the offensive side of the ball. One of the key factors there is the left tackle that we have this year, and so we've got some great athletes down there. But it is going to be what you expect Friday night lights to be in East Texas. It's going to be a brawl.
Heavyweight fight and a dog fight. Well, yeah. Really the only number that really matters here tonight is 51. That's because that's how old you are today. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Thank
the
you
voice
very
of the
much.
Buckeyes. Been with this guy since we were in kindergarten together, and most of those years of his life from 6 to 51 have been great because he's had me around.
That's right. Well, absolutely. It's quality of life. It's all about quality of life.
Absolute happy birthday to Jeff. And we've got lots of special shout outs tonight, lots of interesting things going around in East Texas. It's just, this is the weekend when you look at the college slate. Want to say congratulations to Coach G.J. Kinney and Coach Gus Malzahn at the University of Central Florida. Great article on ESPN about GJ, starting with his roots. Of course, he may actually see some of his records start to fall actually tonight from quarterback Brandon Tennyson. Playing under Coach Jeff Traylor, who's now the head coach at the University of Texas San Antonio with our classmate Kurt Traylor. He's got a birthday coming up too.
And then we had a statistical anomaly happen again this year.
It just all kinds of interesting things. And Jeff.
And I'm talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes. Now that's an important one because.
That's what are the stats on that, right? How probable?
Well, I can tell you because I calculated it. Now, what Jeff's referring to.
Now, whatever number you throw out here is going to be complete. 67% of all statistics are made up.
Well, this is actually not one of them. We're referring to the 2 Gilmer Buckeyes state champion class of 2014, both Chris Boyd and Blake Lynch. Congratulations, making the roster.
53-man roster.
53-man roster for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, the odds of any varsity player winding up on an NFL roster at any one time is little over 1 in 1.09 million, almost 1.1 million. So it's enough to have one guy on an NFL roster. To have 2 that were classmates from the same team that played on the same defense on the field, 7 years later to be on the same team on the same defense on the NFL level, 1 in 16 million and change. You got a better chance of getting struck by lightning unless you are from Gilmer, Texas, and in that case, we've got Buckeyes going everywhere. It's so nice to see GJ at UCF get his first college win at UCF as the offensive coordinator. Obviously, Coach Traylor at UTSA. Actually, tonight they are up north in Illinois, getting ready to take on the Illini with the great UTSA team. Y'all tune in tomorrow. I think our Roadrunners, you're going to see some future Roadrunners here. Brandon Tennyson, the quarterback for Gilmer, already committed to go play for Coach Traylor. There's several other offers that we've got in terms of Big Rock and Rowe are both offered by UTSA.
Yep.
So, and both of those guys are juniors.
Offered by some other places.
And a lot of other places, yeah, like Tennessee and Houston and a lot of places.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, if you want to see some future talent, tune in to tonight's game because, folks, this is going to be one of those, every play is a potential wow play. And I think both sides know it, and I think they're going to bring it. But what a slate of football for this weekend. What a great Friday night. This is obviously
it's just a great atmosphere. I mean,
we're back.
You're looking at the drill team coming out onto the field. The cheerleaders are out in midfield getting ready to welcome both teams onto the playing field tonight. The bands, the drill team, the ROTC, everybody's out. I mean, literally tonight, a lot of people don't realize this, Gilmer's enrollment's just a little under 800, and you're going to have nearly half of your student body participating tonight in some phase of this game tonight, which is awesome. And it's what I love about football season. You get to see everybody showcase their work.
Friday night in Beast, Texas, under the lights. There's nothing like it. Obviously, we're going to talk about all during the night tonight how great our fan base is. We had almost 5,000 people last week tuning in different channels, not to mention the replays. We've got great sponsors that are with us this year that we'll touch base on. We got people listening all over the world. And we're going to touch base with that. But I tell you what, Jeff, it's a great time to be a Buckeye. You just get the feeling that there's something special going on here this year. And you're going to see it tonight, and this is going to be a great test for the Buckeyes.
It will be. So we are really getting excited. We got the drill team, like I said, lining up to bring out the Buckeyes. So we're just moments away from that. And so we're getting ready for a great game, folks. We're going to break away to a commercial, and we'll be right back after these words from our sponsor.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Jeff Traylor Stadium, where your Gilmer Buckeyes get ready to take on the Lions from Henderson. Stadium is filling up here at Jeff Traylor Stadium as you would expect. Cool night. It's probably in the high 70s already as we're cooling off here and getting ready for Friday Night Lights. And we expect a barn burner of a game as we talked about in our our pregame show. Brought to you by Godarzi & Young, who is such a great sponsor of all the Gilmer activity. They sponsor the band. They sponsor our entire show. There's really not a whole lot of community activity going on at Gilmer Independent School District that doesn't have Brent and Marty's fingerprints on them. Both great Buckeyes. As the Buckeyes get ready to enter the field, 1-0 on the season, ranked number 2 in District, in 4A Division 2. The Henderson Lions, Jeff, ranked number 8 in Division 4 1A. which is the classification above the Buckeyes. So this will be an exciting game. The Buckeyes punching a little bit above their weight class in terms of enrollment. And I think, as you'll see very soon, athletically, this is one of those matchups that the Buckeyes are going to look back and say, we didn't play anybody any bigger and badder and stronger and faster than these guys tonight that we'll see from Henderson as the Lions get ready to take the field. So, Jeff, we want to just say a hello to Mr. Jim English in East Gull Lake, Minnesota, watching the broadcast, and want to say hello to Mr. Jim. And appreciate you up in Minnesota. We want to say Skull Vikings. You got 2 Gilmer Buckeyes on your roster up there with the Vikings, Chris Boyd and Blake Lynch, and we're so proud of those guys. And up there in your neck of the woods too, we got the UTSA Roadrunners getting ready to take on the Alumni tomorrow afternoon, and we are looking forward to that to kick their season off as the Henderson Lions take the field. They're 1-0 coming off their win again against Hallsville last Friday night. And they will be ready tonight to take on your Gilmer Buckeyes. I think we've already had the coin toss, but I don't know what the outcome of that is, Jeff. So we will see shortly as both teams that come on the field now, they will come back and we will have our national anthem, and we will get ready to kick things off.
First for the alma maters, followed by the presentation of colors in the national anthem. First, the Henderson school song.
All right, they're going to play the school songs, and while they do that, we're going to recognize some of our sponsors. We'll be right back for the national anthem.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
U.S. Flag Cadet Emily Allison, Texas Flag Cadet Lily Beathard, U.S. Guard Cadet Josh Smith, and Texas Guard Cadet Caitlin Hunter. Please remain standing as the colors reach midfield for our national anthem.
me chills no matter how many times I hear it.
Jeff, not just only happy birthday, but I also want to show on camera, if you'll switch it over here. This is our Gilmer Buckeye new ROTC logo that the kids will be wearing on their uniforms. We'll find a way to incorporate those with helmet stickers, etc., as well as we've got one of the best ROTC programs, Air Force ROTC, in the nation. Commander passed those on to us to show the Buckeye Nation out there what those look like. I think those are good looking patches. But class of 1970, welcome. Here is the Buckeye Army comes back. Captains, get ready to enter the field. For the Buckeyes, it's going to be number 2, Parker Gillow, senior. Number 19 for the Buckeyes, also senior Pancho Gonzalez. Number 44, the big cat, he needs no introduction, Matthew Burton. And then number 58 for the Buckeyes, Braden Clinton, the senior. For the Henderson the Henderson Lions, we've got number 5, Cordarius Grange.
Captains for the Buckeyes, number 2, Parker
Jackson, 59. And 2 other numbers that I cannot see, but we've already had the coin toss. We're going to get ready to understand who gets the ball first here to kick this off. And once again, this is going to be one of those interesting in the trenches, up front battles. Everything will start tonight. Jeff, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how the Buckeyes stack up front. Henderson deferred, so the Buckeyes will take the ball first.
Gilmer's going to receive. They're going to be moving left to right on your radio dial. So they'll be receiving down in the north end zone, headed south. And Henderson will be defending the southern end zone. And like you say, Todd, we got some size on both sides of the ball tonight. So we'll probably hear some collisions, some pads hitting all the way up here in the stands.
We want to recognize our scout team players of the week. Last week, of course, it was Jerome Pilcher and Nick. Boy, I'm getting old. Zamarin for the Buckeyes. This week's scout team players for Coach Riley on defense was Will Henderson, and for Coach Embry on offense was Riley Barnes. And we also want to say a special shout out tonight to our brother Neil. Colonel, I should say, Metzel, who is in with his wife Steph from Japan. And thanks to COVID restrictions. Are they still here? They're still here.
Okay,
They're
they were
watching
here last
tonight
week, yeah.
from the Metzel compound because the high command passed down to the colonel that he was not allowed to be in public, although they're going to put him on an airplane and fly him with complete strangers on American Airlines 18 hours to Japan. So he's with us in spirit as he is every Friday night.
So they get to watch from home tonight.
Yeah, they're watching from home.
All right, fantastic. Glad to have
Wish
you
you
guys
safe
with
travels, Neil, as we kick off.
And here's the kickoff. It is going to be a long kick. Fielded about 2 yards in the end zone. They're going to take a knee, bring that one back out. So the Buckeyes got a foot on that young man as he kicks it all the way into the end zone. And not a lot of wind here. In fact, no wind here in Buckeye Stadium tonight. Just a hot, muggy day. Perfect for football. So they're going to bring it out, and the Buckeyes will start over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. So let's see what the offensive unit has in store for us tonight.
Weapons everywhere for the Buckeyes as they are going to start it out tonight. 1st and 10. Brandon Tennyson, the all-world quarterback, probably the #1 quarterback in the state. Let's see what Brandon's got for these Henderson Lions to start out this game.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And they're going to come off sides. Hopefully that's going to be an offsides penalties. I didn't see an offensive member move. So we had the defensive tackle on the left side come across and make contact. So that's going to be offsides. That's going to move them up 5.
Jeff, last week against Hallsville, big number 99, Devin Fields, probably jumped offside 7 times. So I think the Buckeyes saw that on film, and they picked up 5 easy ones to start this game.
All right, same formation. 1 back in the backfield, 1 man in the slot. Going to pass across the middle. Diving catch, number 17, Rowan Flewellen for 15-yard gain. Nearly a 20-yard gain. And that's going to be a 1st down. That's a good way to start the game.
That's pitch and catch for BT and Rowe as they make that little pickup look easy and just telling that safety look.
They got that down last year. Dropping back, wants to pass again. Same play across the middle. Rowan's going to take it to the house for a score all the way to the end zone. And the Buckeyes score on their second play.
2 plays, 6 points.
Technically 3 plays. One was a penalty.
One was a penalty.
But two actual snaps and a score. And so Buckeyes get on the board first with 30 seconds gone out of this game. And that's how you want to get started right there. And we talk about this a lot. That deadly post, number 17 inside receiver, Rowan Flewellen coming across the middle. And I tell you, Brandon has just really dialed that in. He leads him perfectly. And once Rowan gets the ball, he just goes to work and does what he has learned to do quite well. Kick is up and good. And so that extra point attempt is good. 11:30 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer strikes first, 7-0. We'll be right back.
That's what I'm talking about.
Investments in our surrounding infrastructure. E-Tex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for E-Tex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. E-Tex, local support from the team you trust.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium, where your Gilmer Buckeyes, off the deferred coin toss, take the reception. They go 75 yards in 2 plays, 2 pass completions, both from Brandon Henderson to Rowan Flewellen. The second one was a 57-yard touchdown scamper, and now the Buckeyes will be kicking off 7-0, 11:30 left in the first quarter. Here's the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash.
All right, Hernandez, big kick, going to be fielded on the 5-yard line. Return down the right side. Buckeyes coming in, a good return there. Finally brought down there by, I think that was maybe 22. That was Watson. Finally tripped him up. Nice return there by Henderson.
Yeah, that's Dallas Alexander. You'll hear his name a lot. He ran for 3 touchdowns last week against Hoswell, and he is a bull. He is probably 6'1", a good 215, 220 pounds. And let's see if they go to him. Number 4, Jacoby Robinson, the larger of the Robinson twins, is in at quarterback. He's 6'2", 215. He's a bench young starter kid, Jeff. He's a threat to run every play, but everything goes through him.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to run the ball first over the left tackle. And Buckeyes, just like last week against Gladewater, are going to snuff that one out. They did pick up 4 yards on the carry, but Buckeyes all over that one. And you want to talk about having a meat package. Look at that defensive front 7 that the Buckeyes are putting up there. There is some hosses up there. And you're going to see some collisions tonight. Watch the line of scrimmage.
That's a massive humanity.
All right, Henderson sends 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They got 1 back in the backfield, man in the slot. Here's the snap. It's going to be a little inside pass. Going to be good for some yardage as they get out to the, looks like the 46-yard line. That's going to be enough to move the chains. First down for Henderson.
Devin Phillips, a big wide receiver. You can see he's probably 6'3", a good 200 pounds. There is some absolute college-sized kids out here on both sides of the ball, and some mass and some force coming at you.
Yeah, there's
Jeff.
a lot of size out there.
Size times, or mass times acceleration equals force, and there's a lot of it heading in both directions.
2 receivers to left and right for Henderson, 1 back in the backfield. They send a man in motion to the left side. And looks like Buckeyes may have been in the neutral zone there and stepped across the line. I think that was big number 44, Matthew Burton. Maybe got off just a little soon, but we'll see what the call is here, if they were drawn or if he just stepped off. They're counting heads down there. I think they may have thought that there was Yeah, substitution infraction. So they're going to back up Henderson. And that's a 5-yard penalty. They just had too many men on the field.
Yeah, that's a break for the Buckeyes. And, Jeff, they had this same problem last week against Hallsville. It's a new system for these Henderson Lions and a lot of new faces. So lots of details that got missed. I think they called 3 timeouts last week against Hallsville because they came out to punt with 9 men. So, as you see, lots of bodies going back and forth. And Coach Robinson will get that ironed out as the season goes on. But that works in the Buckeyes' favor for now.
All right, here's the snap. Wants to pass, and he's under heavy pressure. He dumps one out. Intercepted.
Rowan Fluellen.
Rowe
had an interception on every single game for the first 5 games last year. He didn't have one last week, although he had a huge game. As a matter of fact, we'll talk about it. One of the most successful games in the history of Buckeye football last week was as Rowe Fluellen. And I was kidding him in the locker room here this afternoon and saying, hey, where's my INTs? Because I made him a deal. He got a Sonic Burger for every interception. And I just got him a gift card after the first 5 games. But now I think he likes some Sonic back. So he is 1-0 so far into tonight's game passing. Turnover and sets up Brandon Tennyson and the Buckeyes at the 35 of Henderson. Took them 2 plays to go 75 yards. Let's see what happens here, Jeff.
All right, one back in the backfield for the Buckeyes. They're going to hand off to Haynes on the left side, and he has got a hole wide open. And he is going to run through it and pick up about 12 yards for the Buckeyes and a first down. That gets them all the way down to about the 23-yard line. So Buckeyes, once again, knocking on the door.
First down, Buckeyes, playing fast.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Haynes in the backfield. They're taking a look at the defense here and decided, hey, we're going to call an audible here.
Only 5 guys in the tackle box. Let's see if Ashton gets to run this one again. If I've watched enough Buckeye football to know what Coach Metzel's looking at.
All right, they're going to hand it to Haynes. Right side this time. Henderson does a good job reading that and getting over there. There is a flag on the play. Haynes picks up a couple of yards on the carry.
I think that's offsides once again on Henderson. Let's see what the call is. That's the side judge that threw that flag.
I think you're right. I think it is.
Offsides Henderson is the call.
Wow. And again, you talk about new coach, new system. They're trying to get established. It takes a little time. And so that's going to move them forward 5 yards and a bit of repeat first down. So 1st and 5 for the Buckeyes. Inside the 20 now. Same set for the Buckeyes. Haynes in the backfield. Dropping back, looking to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Left side, he's going to keep it. And he'll pick up about 2.5, 3 yards on the carry.
Brandon is a scary sight when he breaks the pocket and gets out there, but you notice he's so disciplined. Of course, Coach Nas and then, of course, his personal coach on the sideline, Stump Godfrey, has just got him trained so well to keep his eyes downfield. And he's going to be a good one for Coach Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners because he's so fundamentally sound. Makes a positive play there. 2nd down and 3, takes what the defense gives him, but takes care of the football in the red zone.
All right, same set for the Buckeyes. Hand off to Haynes, right side. Gets a good block. Inside the 10, down to the 6. Nice run there and a great kick-out block. I think that might have been the fullback.
That's big number 7.
That's number Jerron Choice.
Yeah, and Jerron, Coach Metzel mentioned that since we've mispronounced his name in 2 years so many times, we're just going to call him Big Smooth from now on, number 7. Jerron Choice is he is some kind of a lead back and some kind of football player.
Just a great young man
as
well.
Kid. Absolutely,
he helped me move
kid.
This last weekend, and buddy, he can move some furniture. Here's the snap. Hand off to Haynes. He cuts it up the middle. He'll score.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ashton Haynes is Henderson goes nickel, Jeff, and they basically got such a full plate full of Brandon Tennyson to Rowan Fluellen in that first drive. They just abandoned it and said, look, we're just going to go to 5 defensive backs. And Brandon Tennyson and Coach Brody, the offensive coordinator, and Coach Metzel just count heads in the box and say, fine, if you just put 6 guys up there, we'll block you up and run. And Ashton Haynes just has a field day on that drive as the Buckeyes, off the Rowan Fluellen interception, go 35 yards in 4 plays to stretch this to 13-0.
I tell you what's impressive, Todd. I told Coach Metzel last week, and they're going to yell fire. They're going to throw it in the end zone for 2.
Got it.
And that was Ashton Haynes coming out of the backfield.
The funny part was
pick up 2.
That wasn't who PT was throwing the ball to. Ashton literally just cut in front and skied to go catch that ball. Makes the catch anyway as he's got a teammate, Big Smooth, in the back of the end zone wide open. And BT completes it anyway. 15-0 with 8:37 left in the first quarter. Could not ask for a better start from these Buckeyes. And Henderson getting all they wanted, the number 2 team in 4A Division II. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsor.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
And back to the Jeff Traylor Stadium where your Gilmer Buckeyes have come out, taken the opening kickoff, goes 75 yards in 2 plays. 2 back-to-back completions from Brandon Tennyson to Rowan Fluellen for the first touchdown, and then a Rowan Fluellen interception, and the Buckeyes set up in Henderson territory. 1st and 10 from their own 35. 4 plays later, Ashton Haynes takes it in for the Buckeyes. 2nd touchdown of the night, 2-point conversion once again from Brandon Tennyson on a bad snap. Ashton Haynes stretches it to 15-0 with 8:37 left here in the first quarter. That is a game recap as the Henderson Lions will take their 2nd possession. And
I need to go on record here so we don't make a center look bad. That was intentional, Todd. That wasn't a bad snap. High pooch kick and nobody there to get it. And Buckeyes were almost recovered. If we could have just held on to it, we would have had an onside kick recovery there. Nobody freshman was in the hole.
That's the freshman, the speedster, Caden Tennyson, the little brother of Brandon Tennyson. And that checks up. And I'll tell you what, 3 times last year, you remember in Pittsburgh, we pulled that off. As Hernandez has such a great knack for being able to have that thing kick back like a 9-iron. It just hits and just bounces back. There's nobody in that hole. And the flag gets waved off because I think they were going to call that out of bounds.
But he touched it.
Yeah, he touched it before it went out of bounds. And that will be out of bounds exactly where it was. I think it'll set up 1st and 10 for Henderson from about the 27-yard line of the line of the.
There's no foul. Henderson ball, 1st and 10.
Exactly. Henderson ball, 1st and 10, exactly where Caden Tennyson touched it. And this will be their 2nd drive of the night. And Henderson finds himself down, Jeff, now 15-0, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
1st and 10 from their own 27-yard lines. They got 1 back in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap and a handoff. Up the middle, met immediately.
That's Amaro, number 3.
They're going to drop him for about a yard loss, maybe 2.
The undersized linebacker, Amaro Arona, who makes it up in terms of his toughness. He's outweighed by 70 pounds there, and he just makes a form tackle for a good 2-yard loss. Bring up 2nd and 12 for Henderson now at their own 25.
All right, here we go. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back. Quarterback's in the shotgun. I actually think number 14, by the way, Kendall Jackson was one of the first guys to make contact there before Arona got there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That last play, we want to make sure he gets credit for that.
That's Coach Jackson's grandson. No surprise there.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Forced out of the pocket, he's going to run. He's going to go down on the 30. So he picks up a few on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Henderson. That's going to be about 3rd and 7.
And bring up a money down for the Buckeyes. If they played that perfectly, and you see Robinson there pull it down and run, but he's 6'2", 215, Jeff, and he's looking for a place to slide. That's probably a good sign as the Buckeye defense and the Buckeye Army get behind this defense here, making some thunderous noise. See if the Buckeyes can get off the field once again on 3rd and long. Henderson snapping it from their own 31. They need the 37 for a first down.
Yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout. They're just running out of. There's a lot of confusion on the offensive side of the ball, so they had to call a timeout, or they were going to take a delay of game penalty. We'll be right back.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. with everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located.
All right, here we are back to the action, folks. And here's the snap. Flag immediately on the play and almost picked off there by the Buckeyes, but somebody drew a flag more than likely. What do you think there?
Where it's offsides against us, and Matt Burton jumped. And that's going to turn into a third down and about 2 now.
He must have lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I think so. As the offense that was already waving the white flag and getting off the field after that incomplete pass, 3rd and 7 is going to turn down into 3rd and 2 as the Buckeyes
Number 44 defense.
Yeah, that's big Matt Burton. We've got to jump there. And this is going to be very manageable. Let's see if the Buckeye front defensively can get some penetration. Look for big number 8 here to carry the ball. Maybe even a wildcat formation here, Jeff.
Ball is on the 36-yard line.
All right, so I'm a little confused here. They're showing 4th down and 6. Yeah. It's actually supposed to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, our chain gang down there
they're moving it. They're a little behind, but it's going to be 3rd and 2.
This is going to be a big dose of number 8, and Jeff, he likes to bounce things outside. So watch number 7 and come around the left side to the strong side of the formation here.
All right, handoff. They got a hand on him in the backfield. They're going to drop him at the line of scrimmage.
He fumbled.
No, he's picked up the ball and running down the sideline. And got tied up, looked like holding over there on Rowan Fluellen. Rowan catches him at the 5, but somehow or another, everybody thought he was down. He broke one to the right side for 60 yards.
That was a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Referee did not blow the whistle. The ball was on the ground. It squirted out, and the quarterback picks it up and just sprints around the right side, and everybody but Roe Fluellen knew, or nobody but Roe Fluellen even saw him. Roe went and caught him inside the 10, touchdown saving tackle, but what a break as the Buckeyes have him not only stopped, but maybe even a turnover.
All right, handoff. Henderson up the middle, bounces out to the left side. Buckeyes all over it. He picks up maybe a yard, maybe a half a yard.
Like I told you, big number 8 likes to bounce it outside if he can't get anything inside, Jeff. And he's a big load, but he has not seen the speed of those linebackers. I think they only got 1 yard there. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the Buckeye 6. What a break for the Henderson Lions as a fumble and a potential disaster turns into a 60-plus yard scramble.
64 yards to be exact.
Well, it was exactly a bad break for the Buckeyes for sure, and Henderson now finds themselves in scoring position inside the red zone for the first time tonight. 2nd and 6 from the Buckeye 6.
Let's see if the Buckeye black flag defense can step up here. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle, lowers his head. Forward momentum is going to get him to the 5, but that meat package up there for the Buckeyes met them head on. Not a lot of momentum, and now all of a sudden you're looking after a 64-yard run. You're looking at a 3rd and goal from the 5. So Buckeyes doing a good job of holding right here.
Watch out, Jeff. This is where they like to roll to the wide side of the field. Robinson, the quarterback, number 4, is right-handed. I think he'll roll to the right side and look for his brother, number 3, to be in the flat route. Now the best defender in the building, number 17, Roe Fluellen, is with him one-on-one. Let's see if they don't try to get this in run-pass option down to the pylon to the wide side of the field.
They try to throw that here. It could be a long returned interception.
Timeout Henderson as the play clock runs down. More confusion. 4:53 left. Big 3rd down and goal coming up for Henderson. Buckeyes lead 15-0. We'll be right back.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
Oh, I'm telling you. And back to the action here as a fumble is scooped up by Jacoby Robinson. He goes 64 yards inside the Buckeye 10. The Buckeye black flag defense bows their neck on first, second down. Now it's third down and goal from the 5. 4:53 in the first quarter. Buckeyes lead 15-0. But a critical play here, Jeff. Third down and 5. Let's see if the black flag defense comes up big here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what Henderson tries to do here. Third and goal from the 5. Here's the snap. He wants to pass. Heavy pressure from the outside. Scrambling for his life. Finds the receiver in the end zone. That was his brother.
Yep, and the Buckeyes had him dead to rights in the backfield, and his brother just goes and sits down in the zone, and the Buckeyes lose track of him. And that's just an athletic play they've done in the backyard probably 10,000 times in their life to put Henderson on the scoreboard. 15-6 with extra point left to come after the huge break that Henderson got on that fumble.
All right, here's the snap. Kick is good, and Henderson gets the extra point. So 4:45 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer leads Henderson 15-7. We'll be right back.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Back to the action here where the Henderson Lions get on the scoreboard after a 64-yard scoop and scamper from Robinson. Gets them on the scoreboard, brother to brother, Robinson to Robinson, touchdown pass on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, this last kick they kicked all the way into the end zone. I anticipate them to try to do that one more time. They do. They put it high in the air, and it's going to be fielded right at the goal line. Number 17, Fluellen, right up the middle. Ducks his head, gets out to the 28-yard line. So Buckeyes once again start with good field position. Here comes Brandon Tennyson and the offensive unit to see what they can do in their third offensive possession of this game.
Well, Jeff, in possession one and two, the answer to the question of what can they do with it is anything they want. The first drive was 2 plays, 75 yards for a touchdown. Second drive, 4 plays, 35 yards for a touchdown. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going here. 1st and 10 from their own 27.
3 receivers, right, 1 left, 1 back in the backfield. From the shotgun here is Tennyson. Fakes the handoff, pulls up, hits an out route immediately to Rockwell. Good for about 7 yards, maybe 6 yards over there on the spot.
And that's the older Rockwell brother. He wears number 9, Blake Lynch's old number, and he reminds me of Blake Lynch. He's got offers from all over the country. We'll talk a lot more about the Rockwell brothers as this season comes along. But one is our juniors. So we are happy that they're here, and we'll be happier as the next 2 seasons progress.
All right, snap, quick pass, complete right side. Cody Guidry down the sideline. Cody's going to have just enough for the first down as he moves the ball out to the 39-yard line.
Everybody throwing footballs at the referee all at the same time. We only play with one, boys. I know it seems like the Buckeyes are playing with 2 footballs sometimes, but it's only one. 1st and 10 Gilmer as the offense keeps their momentum from their own 39-yard line now. All
right, you got both Rockwell brothers on the left side. You've got Cade Bowman over here to the right side, along with Cody Guidry. Quick inside pass to Cade Bowman, cutting upfield. Look at him getting behind his blockers. Picks up 15 yards and a first down, all the way down to the 46-yard line. Nice job there by Cade Bowman.
Yeah, nice play call as well as they fake out to the left side, and that's the strong side of the formation with trips out to the left. And they just come back with that little inside screen. Cade takes it, turns it up, gets it into Henderson territory, and the Buckeye offense right now, Jeff, is rolling.
2 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right. Tennyson goes in motion. Handoff from his brother around the left side. Does a great job cutting back upfield. Look at this. The freshman sees there's nothing out wide, so he cuts it back inside and turns about nothing into about 5 yards. Nice run there by the young freshman.
Yeah,
2nd and 5.
If you're a Henderson fan, you just say, where are all these guys coming from? Yeah, they're coming from everywhere. And
that one came from the freshman hall.
Yeah, that one. We got a 4-year contract on that one.
All right, 3 receivers right. We've got a flag on the play. That's probably going to be a illegal procedure against the Buckeyes because the defender stepped into the neutral zone but got back. They're going to say he was drawn probably. Yeah, that's illegal procedure against the Buckeyes. They're going to back them up 5. It'll be repeat 2nd down, but it's going to move us all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 46.
And Jeff, that is the first negative play that the offense has had, period, that they've gone backwards, if you want to even count that play. But 2nd and 5 turns into 2nd and 10 once again, as the Buckeyes obviously in 4-down territory, so maybe that down won't hurt so bad.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Fires a bullet across the middle. And it was intended for Rockwell, and he just couldn't pull that one down.
I think that was intended for Cade Bowman right behind him. Hit Bowman right in the chest, but I think Rockwell actually deflected that from his own guy. That's the first incomplete pass from Brandon Tennyson, but both guys were open, and it literally hit both of them. Nobody came up with it.
All right, Buckeyes are going to move trip receivers to the left side. 1 receiver wide to the right, it's Bowman. And they're going to send everybody out of the backfield. So Tennyson is alone. Drops back, looking to pass. Got a man open across the middle and just couldn't pull it in. That pass hit Bowman right in the hands, and he just can't dial that one in.
That was Rowan
Fluellen.
And normally you won't see that drop from Rowe. Is the Buckeyes going to punt for the first time really in forever here as that penalty jumps up and does bite him. I thought it would be 4-down territory, but that would have been enough for the first down. This is going to be a punt. And the Buckeyes got to cover this because there's some dangerous return men back there for Henderson. 2:29 left as the Buckeyes stall for the first time tonight offensively. 15-7 is the Buckeye lead, and Henderson in a chance now to make this a ball game.
All right, Buckeyes are going to punt. They do a little squid punt, and it takes a nice roll all the way inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. And so that pins them back deep. So Henderson's going to come out in tough field position. 1st and 10 on their own 9-yard line.
What a luxury did with Hernandez to have as a kicker. I mean, it's good enough that he's such a great linebacker.
Yeah,
exactly. He's so talented, but he has literally kicked us out of so many situations. Win us the game last year against Lindale, who plays for a state championship and at the Division I level in 4A. And wins that game for us last year with that 37-yard field goal. The Black Flag defense got Henderson pinned back deep. They pulled a rabbit out of the hat in the last possession. Otherwise, Jeff, the Black Flag defense has had them bottled up. Let's see if they can continue here deep in their own territory.
All right, handoff. Fakes the handoff and tries to throw to his brother, number 3. Just throws it in the turf really low. Pass falls incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 9.
And number 13, Jeff, for the Buckeyes there, almost had that interception. That is Tyson Wilson, the junior, has almost made a shoestring catch there. 2nd down and 10, stops the clock. And you got the feeling we're going to watch a lot of football here tonight. Still 2:16 left in the first quarter.
All right, handoff around the left side. breaks or dodges one would-be tackler, gets all the way out to about the 15-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain, bring up 3rd and 4.
And like I say, Jeff, you see Dallas Alexander, he loves to just break that out to the outside. Almost every single time last week when he was effective, he bounces that to the outside. It's a big 3rd down, money down now as the Buckeyes got him pinned deep. Let's see if they can get off the field here and play field position football.
All right, they're going to hand it off up the middle, and the Buckeyes sniff it out quick, stop him. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have lost a yard. I think that ball is going to be spotted. There are flags on the play, so we'll have to see what's what's happening here. I think that's a call against Henderson. I'm not sure what it'll be. Are they going to decline that? I think they're telling them it's maybe illegal procedure. Illegal formation on the offense. Penalty is declined, which is going to bring up 4th down. And that's going to put the punter for Henderson standing on his own goal line.
The quarterback is the punter and the kicker, and he's going to be literally have his heels on the goal line.
And they've got a little confusion on the field. They're not sure if they want the punt team or the offensive unit team out there.
But Jeff, last week they sent 9 men out on the punt team 2 different times, and I think they probably got that one worked out this week, but nevertheless, it's going to take a tremendous punt. Rose standing in the middle of the G at the 50-yard line waiting to receive this punt.
Yeah, Flew Ellen's on the 50. Nice high kick, going to hit the turf on the 35, taking Henderson bounce all the way down to the 48-yard line before rolling out of bounds. And so here comes the Buckeyes with fantastic field position with 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. And as you can see on your screen right about now, we have 1:38. Buckeyes lead 15-7.
Well, we got to brag on our guy here, Eric Conant. He's the.
Now don't brag on him. He didn't have picture-in-picture. I had to push the button.
Well, but
so
he's the reason we have it, but we are, in fairness, we are the reason that he owns half his neighborhood. So
yeah, that's true. All right, one back in the backfield. From the shotgun, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, and they are on him immediately, but he uses the power of those legs to pick up a couple of yards. Got to bring up 2nd and, we'll call it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Ashton showing that he spent lots of time under the squat rack this summer, as he literally takes about 400 pounds worth of lines on a little ride, makes a positive play with contact in the backfield.
Okay. Handoff up the middle, this time plenty of room to run. And he gets out close to the first down marker. He's going to be just shy. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Ashton ran into his own blocker there. Not something you see very often, but that just shows you how fast he can cut. As we're going to be 3rd and inches now. Let's count the helmets in the box wearing silver.
They're going to go ahead and move the chains. They say he got it.
That's good. That's good. Whole new set of downs.
Generous spot there by the ref. We'll take those every time we can get them. Haynes still the back in the backfield. Handoff once again to Haynes. He's going to be good for about 2.
I want to say hello to Mr. Rex Morris listening to us out there tonight, and always thinking about Brother Rex, and not a bigger Buckeye fan anywhere. And all the great Buckeye fans literally from coast to coast that are listening to us tonight in Europe, in Minnesota, and we got the crew from Japan, Jeff, that are here in East Texas with us tonight, but they're still listening.
Pump fakes, going downfield to a wide open, and I do mean wide open. That was set up so great. That was to Parker Gillow, and I mean, he pump fake and stuck every one of us in the stadium in, so that being a short pass. Parker releases, completely uncovered, easy touchdown for Parker Gillow.
That is pick your poison. You are dealing with the guy that can roll out, and because his feet are so good, Brandon Tennyson, you got to respect that. So it freezes the linebackers at the line of scrimmage, and Parker sneaks out the back door, and BT sees him. And that's the 2nd touchdown pass of the night, and we are just at the end of the first quarter. The Buckeyes have already stretched this lead to 21-7, the extra point left to come.
All right, here's the snap. And the kick is good. So, folks, that's the end of the first quarter. Gilmer leads 22-7. We'll be right back.
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You'll find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Back to the action here as the Buckeyes score on another touchdown pass from Brandon Tennyson, this time to senior Parker Gillow, and 22-7 at the end of the first quarter. And Jeff, I tell you what, I am excited for tomorrow. Not just a great slate of football. You can go out to Duds and watch that at all the big screens, or you can go out to Smith Quality Meats and get you some prime ribeyes. That is my plan to throw on the grill for tomorrow, as Smith Quality Meats now in town in Gilmer, and they got their special on prime ribeyes tomorrow. And I guess I'll tell you what, folks, you better beat me out there if you want to try to grab any of those things up, because some of the best meat, USDA certified Angus meat at Smith Quality Meats. Ask Cooper or the Mr. and Mrs. Smith out there; they will hook you up. And I tell you what, it doesn't get any better than the games that we'll watch tomorrow.
Well, you talked about Duds a while ago. Have you been there yet? I mean, that's a good place to eat. If you haven't been to Duds on the Lake yet, they got an incredible menu. Nice atmosphere, but I mean, the food there is good. All right, here's the kickoff. It's a high pooch kick. Fielded on the 24-yard line, returned down the right side. And several Buckeyes there to make the stop.
So Brandon Tennyson, Jeff, you ready for this? In the first quarter, he's 10 of 12 for 3 touchdowns and 128 yards passing. And that's a quarterback rating of somewhere around a gajillion and a half. It's up there. It's as close to perfection as you can get. And Brandon Tennyson playing relaxed, and we talked before the game as well, and just the maturity of that young man and how well prepared he is just showed up in that first quarter. And I tell you what, it's a nice, warm, comforting feeling when you got number 11 back there taking the snaps.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff, quarterback keeper around the left side, and he's going to fall down for a loss of yards as he comes around, tries to throw stiff arm, and just kind of pushes himself back. He kind of falls backward for a loss of 2.
Yeah, it's big number 5. That is the other Rockwell brother, and that is big Keith Rockwell, and he is built like a fire hydrant, and he just literally pushed himself on his backside. 2nd down and 12 now for Big Robinson. As let's just put it this way, big number 5 won the leverage battle in that contest.
2 receivers left, 2 right, 1 back in the backfield, going into motion. Quarterback's going to be alone in the backfield. They're going to pass. Throws across the middle, and that ball is going to fall incomplete and bring up 3rd and 12 for Henderson.
And big number 56 for the Buckeyes, Derek Borda, the other meat package in there at the defensive line. 56 Borda, 54 Braylon Ward, and 44 Matt Burton. That is as good as it's ever been from the front 3. As a matter of fact, we talked about it last week. Coach Tommy Edwards confident enough to go to a 3-4 scheme with all those talented linebackers because of the ability for those guys to eat blocks and take up space. They got pressure there. Brings up 3rd and 12 now for Henderson.
All right, here's the snap. Got some pressure. Dumps a quick pass out to the left side and just gets plowed by number 5, Keith Rockwell. He comes up hard and hits him right in the face.
That looked like number 15 for Henderson was kind of playing in traffic there. Tobias Jackson. He makes 2 men miss in a great move and he doesn't see the Mack truck coming. He's wearing number 5. That's going to bring up a punting formation once again for Henderson. And this black flag so far these last couple of possessions. Really, Jeff, the only thing that Henderson's gotten going offensively was a scoop fumble for 64 yards by Robinson. Otherwise, this defense for the Buckeyes has really shown up tonight.
Yeah, Keith comes up showing his physicality and hits. We actually got in trouble last week for promoting violence on the you know, when one of our guys makes a good lick, it's going to be blown dead. Yeah, we actually got in trouble. We got chastised by a Gladewater fan for rooting for our team, and we need everybody to know, if you're listening, wherever you're listening from tonight, we make no apologies for being a hometown
we're
team.
Homers.
We're homers. We're rooting for the Buckeyes here. If you think this was one of those, this is not ESPN. We're not neutral.
Yeah.
So we root for the Buckeyes, and when one of our guys make a good play, we're going to talk about it. And by the way, football is a violent sport. People get, hit hard on both sides, and we call that on both sides of the ball. If one of our guys get hit in the face by an opposing player, we call that out and we compliment whoever that is.
And by no means, folks, do we promote injury for any sides of the players.
Not.
I mean,
of course not.
We are 20 plus years here of being not only a kid friendly but a kid benefactor broadcast. But again, if we're offensive in terms of our homerism, you're more than welcome to click on any other website you'd like to click on.
And by the way, football is a violent sport. So if we get excited when somebody makes a good tackle, that's the way it is.
It's the way. Well, it was a lot more violent, Jeff, when you and I were playing, and it wasn't because you and I were playing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, they're going to be punting here. It's 4th and 12, so the punter's going to be standing on his own 18-yard line, and he gets off a nice punt. It's going to be fielded on about the 32-yard line by Rowan Fluellen, and he just runs around. I mean, he just finds green grass. Look at this, refuses to go down all the way across midfield back to the 38-yard line. And this guy just has a knack for green grass. I don't know how he does it.
He is such balance, Jeff. That's the key thing with Rowe. And as a sophomore, he returned so many kicks and so many interceptions as a ball hawk. And you see his ability. He doesn't have, offers to pretty much half the SEC schools already as a junior for no reason. And he sets the Buckeyes up 1st and 10 in another great field position. The only person unhappy about that wearing orange and black is Brandon Tennyson, because it's limiting his stats. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Henderson 38. Thank you, Rowe.
All right, here's the snap handoff right side. Number 29, Haynes, and he sees a hole and cuts it straight up field, runs north and south, and that's what I love most about Haynes is he is a north and south runner. A lot of times you'll get these guys that want to juke and look for a hole to open, and they stand and jump around. Haynes is going to find a seam of some size and then go for it. And he runs north and south. Kind of reminds you of an Earl Campbell, Herschel Walker-esque runner. 2nd and 1 for the Buckeyes on the legs of Haynes. Guidry in motion. Dropping back, looking to pass, going for a long one. And that was well defended there by the Henderson Lions.
Single coverage, and on 2nd down and short, Coach Metzel and BT, no beginners in terms of offensive philosophy. They take their shot up top. They got single coverage on Rockwell. That's great coverage, as you say, Jeff. But Brandon got blasted right at the end of that throw, stood in there and made it, but he put it in a place where only Rockwell could have a shot at it, but incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to hand it to Haynes around the left side. He's going to get the 1st down and a whole lot more inside the 20, forced out of bounds around the 19, 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes.
You got to say, Jeff, for the 6th quarter of the season, boy, this offense looks sharp. It really looks sharp. We talked about weapons overall, but in terms of, I hope I don't jinx anybody, clean play and excellent downfield blocking. It seems like every single play they're moving the chains, and this Buckeye offense just dismantling right now this Henderson Lion defense.
2 backs in the backfield this time. First time we've seen this set for the Buckeyes tonight. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Under pressure, he's going to tuck it and get upfield. He maybe picks up a couple of yards as he gets out to about the 16.
Boy, Brandon, not a whole lot of use or necessity for Brandon to show off his legs, but when he is 7, 8, 9 yards deep, trapped dead to rights, and he just puts his foot in the ground, next thing you know, it's 2nd and 8. He gets 10 yards up the field, avoids any major collisions. and still manages to take care of the football in the red zone. It's so great to have those feet to fall back on. That's a skill set that'll serve him well at the next level for Coach Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners.
2nd and 9 from the 17. One back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking to pass, poised, and forced to throw it before he wanted to. He had some pressure coming over here from the right side, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. That was intended to number 27.
Yeah, that's Eric Tate, and that was a touchdown. And BT just didn't get his back foot planted, as you said. He was about to be wearing a Henderson Lion. 3rd down and 9 now, with definitely 4-down territory for the Buckeyes. Let's see what's in the playbook. 7:55 left in this first half. Buckeyes lead 22-7.
Okay, it's a quarterback keeper around the left side, and BT getting down inside the 10, down to the 7.
First
and that's
down,
going to be
Buckeyes.
enough for the first down. That's the first quarterback keeper, intentional keeper, I think we've seen this year so far. I don't think he ran any keepers that were called plays last week. But that was all him. That was a quarterback bootleg around the left side. Good for a first down. So now we're looking at 1st and goal from the 7.
Look out for Rockwell with single coverage at the top, Jeff.
All right, drops back, going to Rockwell in the corner, and good coverage once again out there by number 18, Henderson Lion, doing a good job playing clean and getting on his man, playing man-to-man against Rockwell. Just a very impressive defensive play.
Yeah, that's the 2nd time that he's had great coverage. That's number 18 for the Henderson Lions. And we'll talk about it a little bit after this play, Jeff.
All right, here's the snap. They're going to hand it to Haynes around the right side. He's got plenty of blockers, and he is in the corner of the end zone for the score. And Haynes showing the speed as he bursts around the right side.
And Jeff, he's as fast as he is. He may be the 4th or even 5th fastest Buckeye on the field. It's just an embarrassment of riches as the Buckeyes go up 28-7 now, extra point left to come. I was going to brag on the coverage before by number 18, Dalen Garrett, the cornerback, just a skilled kid. He had no chance there to catch Ashton Haynes, but does a great job on Rockwell. So, yes, we do brag on the other players when they make great plays, and Garrett made 2 in a row, but unfortunately unable to catch Haynes. Extra point is up and good, and the Buckeyes stretch this to 29-7. Still 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. We'll be right back after these messages.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Ashton Haynes on the touchdown for the Buckeyes to stretch this to 29-7. Still 7 minutes and 12 seconds left. And Jeff, the experts had the Buckeyes as 38-point favorites. Now we can kind of say it. We weren't ready to say that in the pregame show, but with still a whole half a quarter left here to play, the Buckeyes flexing their muscles offensively, and the Henderson Lions now finding themselves having to fight off the ropes to even get back in this game. Let's see what this next possession has.
There's the kickoff. It is long, going to hit the end zone and bounce out. And so that's going to bring the ball back to the 25-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for Henderson. 7 minutes, 12 seconds left to try to get some points on the board as Gilmer in control of this game, 29-7.
So much time left in this first half, and the Buckeyes already put up half of 60 on these Henderson Lions, who really, their offense, Jeff, is surprising that they've just been stifled. The only real positive play they had was a fumble that could have wound up being another Buckeye turnover. The Buckeyes, even on the touchdown pass after 64-yard scramble, they make a little stand there, 3 plays inside the 10-yard line, and have the quarterback flushed and in their grasp, and touchdown pass. Otherwise,
handoff and reverse, and then a halfback pass. So we got a little trickery going on there right off the bat, and that's going to be good for about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with a flag after the play was called dead, so evidently there's a little extracurricular
let's see what
happening. We're going to see who they're going to call that on. Sometimes they're offsetting penalties.
Yeah, the back judge threw this, and I think this is going to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw that the guys standing around that didn't see. They're going to mark it off.
Plays over. That's sportsmanlike conduct. Number 44 defense.
Matt Burton.
First down.
15-yard penalty on sportsmanlike conduct. Not sure exactly what happened there.
The Buckeyes trying to get off the field.
2 receivers left, 1 right, 1 back in the backfield for Henderson. And we'll see what they've got in store here. Here's the snap. Quick pass out to the left side, hit immediately. Breaks tackles left and right. What a great offensive play before being thrown out by Keith Rockwell.
Yeah, that's number 14. That's Devin Phillips, and he is
he did a great job there getting off of.
He got loose.
Should have been tackled.
He got loose against Oswald exactly that way. He just keeps his feet. You can't just hit him. You got to wrap him up. As he is big and strong, and that takes the Henderson Lions now with 6:33 left in this first half into Buckeye territory. And 2 little razzle-dazzle plays as they try to get the ball outside, and very effective as they move it into Buckeye territory here, as the black flag trying to find another way to get off the field here.
All right, handoff up the middle. Got some room to run. Picks up some good yards. Probably about a 5-yard carry there. 2nd and 5. Nice run by Henderson.
Yeah, that's big number 8. That's Portis again. Or excuse me, number 6, Porter. And he is a load back there, Jeff. And Henderson trying to play with some tempo now.
Handoff once again. Same play to the right side. He bounces out to the right side. And we got a flag on the play. They're going to call a horse collar against Gilmer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be a hold downfield because the linebacker out here, Amaro, got literally tackled. But one of the Buckeyes reached out and grabbed a handful of shoulder pad that looked kind of like a horse collar, but you'd have trouble trying to even replicate that as those 2 players are flying by. One is the Buckeye and just reach out and tries to grab, but there was an obvious hold out here.
Offsetting penalties. Holding.
Yep,
Number 3 offense.
Yep.
Face mask. Number 56 defense.
Face mask.
Those penalties offset. Replay
Sure
2nd
didn't
down.
see that, but offsetting penalties, and that's going to repeat 2nd down. And it looks like they backed him up a yard, actually.
Yeah,
2nd and 6. I thought it was 2nd and 5 a while ago.
Nobody on the Henderson sideline is noticing or arguing at this point. But they're going to replay 2nd down.
Number 6 getting some momentum here, and they're going to throw that back behind their intended receiver. They're trying to get that, dump that little quick pass out there that they got some yards on earlier, and they're looking at 3rd and 6.
This is a big play right here for the Buckeye Black Flag defense. Halfway through this 2nd quarter, Buckeyes 29-7. Little lull from a momentum standpoint as the Buckeyes get a lot of different second-team guys in to kind of spell the first-teamers. Let's see if they can get a big break here and take this to 4th down. Buckeyes showing blitz pre-snap as Henderson looks to the sideline. They're down to 5 seconds left to snap this, Jeff, and I don't know if they got any timeouts left.
All right, here's the snap. They're coming hard. They're going for a long one down the sideline, and that was just no way. That was thrown to the track. And that's going to bring up 4th and 6, and they're going to have to probably do a little quick kick here.
It's no man's
given
land.
the time, it's 5:57. They're not going to give the ball back to the Buckeyes right there, I don't think.
Yeah, it's no man's land. It's 4th and 6 from the 37.
Number 3.
Oh my goodness.
Personal foul against number 3 for Gilmer.
15-yard penalty.
Verona got a 15-yard penalty, and instead of being 4th and 6, that's going to be an automatic first down. Big break there for Henderson.
Just not smart football there by Amaro Arona, who is.
Well, I'm not sure what the call was.
Well, they call it roughing the
quarterback,
and hit him after he threw. And Amaro
sometimes those are such close calls. I mean, when you're wound up and dialed in on a guy, and it's hard to stop your momentum.
Well, it's hard to stop aggression once you've turned it on, but it nevertheless gives a big first down to Henderson.
Handoff, bounces out to the right side. Number 6. Doing a good job keeping his legs moving, but Buckeyes all over that one.
That's 14, Kendall Jackson, scraping down the line of scrimmage and making another tackle for a loss. 2nd down and 11. As we click now down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half, the Buckeyes gift the Henderson Lions a first down by that roughing the quarterback call. Otherwise, the Buckeyes are going back the other direction right now with Brandon Tennyson and that white-hot offense, but right now, it's 2nd down and 12 for Henderson.
All right, here's the snap. And he's got a little time to throw. Dumps the one out to the flats, to number 3. Buckeyes are going to hold him up there. But his forward momentum is going to get him out to the first down marker, I think.
Robinson to Robinson. Jacoby to Jamal is going to get a first down for Henderson down at the 12. Soft coverage out there, and that is number 6 for the Buckeyes. That's Will Blakely that's playing corner out there. Just gave him a little bit too big of a cushion. Moving the chains for Henderson.
All right, handoff, number 15 up the middle, doing a great job as a back, spinning and fighting for extra yards there. He should have been dropped in the backfield, but does a good spin move and does a great job there.
That's Tobias Jackson, Jeff, and that's the same wide receiver that just wouldn't go down before. As we talked about his balance, we watched him against the Hawesville Bobcats make play after play last week, and he just always seems to keep churning and getting positive yards after contact. He's the back in the backfield.
A lot of extra effort there on his part. Picks up about 4 good yards, 2nd and 6. They're dropping back, looking to pass, got a man open, and he catches it on about the 6-yard line, or the 5-yard line rather, and tackled immediately.
As Deshaun Jackson, the receiver, number 11, he just runs a little stop route down about the 5, tries to get those yak yards, that yards after the catch. Now it's 3rd down and 3 for the Buckeyes at the 5-yard line. It's the time to try to get a turnover and keep Henderson out of the end zone. Under 4 minutes to play in this first half. The Buckeyes lead 29-7, but Henderson Lions knocking on the door. Watch number 3
to get on the board once again. Here's the snap. 3rd down. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown. And so Lions trying to fight their way back into this game with 3:40 left to play in the first half.
That's a quarterback keeper around the left side on an option there, and he just breaks a tackle, and you can tell how athletic Robinson is. Gets in for the 2nd score for Henderson. That actually was a pretty good drive, but helped out by big penalties on the Buckeyes from a defensive standpoint. Bailed them out on 4th down. Otherwise, Henderson extra point is up and good. Brings the score to 29-14. 3:40 left to play in the first half. And we will be right back after these messages.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi and Young.
Well, he hadn't been anywhere near as accurate.
All right, back to Jeff Traylor Stadium here. Ready for the kickoff. Jinx Basia, you go be a Coke. As Henderson gets on the scoreboard. We have 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the half. Gilmer leads 29-14.
Trust Karsten on to kick off for the Henderson Lions once again. He's got a big leg, Jeff. He's the punter and the kicker. And Buckeyes know by now he can kick it deep, but there are some dangerous Buckeyes back deep.
He's going to kick a little squid kick. Going to be fielded on the 21-yard line by...
Look out, Rockwell.
Look at Rockwell down the right side. And that is a lot of humanity running down the right side. I'm going to tell you. This guy benches like 350 pounds. I mean, he is an absolute plug. And when he hits you, you know you've been hit. He is thick
and
when he gets
strong. He almost scored last week on the screen pass. When he gets rolling, he can move. But what great field position off of special teams again, as Rockwell comes up big for the Buckeyes, sets up Brandon Tennyson with a short field and a lot of time with 3:32 remaining. Already put 29 on the board. But let's see if the Buckeyes can't execute here and get this to pay dirt before the half ends.
All right, one back in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Got a man wide open. It's Parker Gillo, and he's going to run out of bounds after a gain of about 12. Picks up the first down on the 32-yard line of the Lions.
Just like you draw it up, Jeff, that's just going to the sticks and hanging it right. BT puts it on the line. Parker Gillo, all he's got to do is put his hands up, catch it, turn up, get the first down, stop the clock, just like you coach it up. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the line 32.
All right, here we go. Similar set, low snap, picks it up, launches one downfield, just a little overthrown. And you talk about throwing rhythms, throwing off rhythms, you know, when he has to bend down a little bit, pick it up.
Exactly.
And just threw it off just a little bit. He just overthrew a wide open Rowe and Fluella there. Luckily that wasn't picked off.
Well, Rowe went up and grabbed it with one hand and deflected it. Otherwise, big number 9, Trust, Karsten would have had that interception.
All right, handoff around the left side. Look at Haynes. Just refusing to go down, driving, pushing, scraping for yards. The crowds love it as he gets inside the 10-yard lines. I tell you what, you know, we've said, wow, Haynes is great as a sophomore, and boy, he's a really good running back. I'm telling you what, Haynes is becoming he looks like a Division I back.
He is.
He really is. I mean, he's built like it, and he has got a lot of heart. Another handoff to Haynes up the middle, inside the 5, down to the 3. Flag on the play afterwards, so this is going to be some more unsportsmanlike conduct. The referee's showing tonight they're not going to put up with that.
I think that's Nick Owens, number 10, that I think he actually had a late hit.
For the Lions?
Yeah, for the Lions, I think, is they threw the flag right at him. But the Buckeyes have not been able to catch a break with these extracurricular whistles. 2:53 left, now inside the 5-yard line. Obviously plenty of time and everything else left. I think that's number 40. I think I misread that number, Jeff. I think that's Isaiah Tavo, the junior for the Lions. Let's see if they call these offsetting or what they call this, but that umpire threw the flag right at where number 40, Tavo, landed.
After the play, though, personal foul, number 54, offense, 15-yard penalty.
We're going to call that on number 54 for the Buckeyes, Braylon Ward.
That's the third 15-yard penalty we've had tonight. You know, and you wonder if the refs are being just a little picky. You know, what do they look for? Different crews look for different things. And you know, are they being aggressive or are they being undisciplined? That's the question. I'm not seeing anything undisciplined. You know, we have to go back and watch film. But if you're just being aggressive and you know, let them play the game, right?
Well,
so that's going to back them up at 5. Instead of being on the 5, now we're all the way back out here to that's going to back us up after the spot foul. It's going to be out on the 18. Plenty of time, 2:53 left. It's going to be third and goal from the 18.
Yeah, and that to me, Jeff, also kind of smacks of a little bit of trying to keep things even on the scoreboard, where you had third down and goal from the 2, and suddenly that turns into second down and goal from the 17. Absolutely doable for this Buckeye offense. Got to be 4-down territory. Coach Metzel will probably opt to kick a field goal, but the Buckeyes got 2 opportunities to put it in the end zone here.
All right, looking to dump it, and they're going to dump one out to Rowan Fluellen. Cuts inside, throws a stiff arm down the right sideline, ducks his head, gets back to about the 6.
Nice.
And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Baiting them. That was going to be a double pass potentially, Jeff. And there's several options as BT was looking for the seam route. And again, that corner over there.
What's the play call right here?
Yeah, this is Ashton Haynes.
I'm saying this is BT rollout. This is going to be a Brandon Tennyson quarterback keeper, and that's a long shot call, so I get extra points if it's true. Nope, they're going to hand it off. Jet sweep to Rowan, who's going to get in for the touchdown. And so Buckeyes, after getting down to the 2 or 3 yard line and a 15-yard penalty, 2 plays later fight their way right back into the end zone. And offense looking really good. This looks like week 6, week 7. This does not look like week 2.
No.
We have watched a lot of Buckeye football, and we always talk about penalties. We talk about sloppiness. We talk about, this team looks like they're 5, 6, 7 games ahead already from what I've seen the first 2 games.
Very sharp. And, with the senior quarterback who's, first team All-State, best player in the state, you would kind of expect that. But it's really a team effort as the extra point is up and good to bring this to 36-14. Let's keep it here, Jeff, and kind of talk about that. As these Gilmer Buckeyes, as Coach Metzel talked to you in the Coaches Show, and if you haven't noticed the Coaches Show, go to GilmerISD.org, go to Athletics page, and you can watch all the Coaches Shows from last year as well. But one thing he talked to you about this week was, hey, there's a lot of young Buckeyes that aren't very young because they had 16 weeks of season last year, and guys like Ashton Haynes, who got a full half a season to practice. I remember when he was a young sophomore coming in the by-district competition because we had some injuries to some seniors, and boy, that was 10 games ago. That's a season. That is a full season. Ashton hasn't just matured physically and mentally, but he's gotten such a jump and an opportunity. And I do think that at the end of the day, the Buckeyes will clean up little things like tackling, like extracurricular penalties, like little positioning things with pass protection. Is the bad throws that you've seen have been few and far between for Brandon, but it's when he's wearing somebody. It's when he's having to stand in the pocket. So Coach Bear and the offensive line group will have lots to work on. But Jeff, this is a good football team that the Buckeyes literally have come out here and in all phases of the game have kind of just handled. I mean, just routed them. And we still got 2 minutes left, and they put up 36 points. We're halfway to 72, and there's still 2 minutes left. I don't expect Coach Metzel to try to run up the score on anybody, but at the end of the day, it's obvious that these Henderson Lions are just outclassed by a better football team, and they look sharp. I think it's a – got it. Here's the kickoff. Hernandez kicks it deep. Uh-oh, this is going to be taken by number 15. We know that's Tobias Jackson. He's hard to tackle. Buckeyes in coverage. He skips 2 men and gets hit by a whole host of Buckeyes down at the 20-yard line. That's going to be 1st and 10 for Henderson with 1:55 left. The Buckeyes have all 3 timeouts left, Jeff. Henderson has 2 timeouts. We've got an injured Lion on the field. That is number 10, Nick Owens, that's getting up slow. And they're going to send out the crew. And I don't think he's that injured. And he won't try to get up and come off the sideline by himself. But he is slow to get up.
Yeah, and while they're checking on him, we'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
Extra, extra. Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. Reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments.
Back to the action here. 1:55 left to play in this second half. Buckeyes lead 36-14 after that jet sweep touchdown run by Ro Fluellen. His another touchdown. We will visit in halftime of some of the records that have begun to fall here in just week 2 for both Brandon Tennyson and Ro Fluellen, climbing up the charts, and what a Buckeye history as they position themselves as some of the top performers in school history. And it's saying something, some of the names that they are passing up. But back to the action here, 1:55 left, 1st and 10.
Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, and that is going to get sniffed out and dropped for a loss immediately. I think number 56, possibly for the Buckeyes, was the first one there. It's so hard to tell because we get a lot of Buckeyes all around them, but 56, Borda, I think, was the first man there.
And the Buckeyes very wisely spending all 3 of those timeouts here to try to get the ball back. 2nd down and 10 as Gilmer takes a timeout. And we'll take a quick timeout as well, recognize a few of our sponsors, and be right back.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
And back to Jeff Traylor Stadium, where your Gilmer Buckeyes have dominated this first half against the Henderson Lions. As we close out the second half, 1:46 left, Coach Metzel showing that he is willing to use his timeouts and try to get the ball back, if nothing else, not to kind of run up the score, but to put his team in a great position to practice another 2-minute drill. 2nd and 10 now from the 20. Henderson takes the snap. They're going to hand off straight ahead, and he's going to be tackled immediately at the 20-yard line. Once again, Coach Metzel calls timeout. Only 5 seconds go off the clock. Bring up the money down. 3rd down and 10. As once again, big number 56, Borda, gets up off the pile after having made that stop. He's a little bit shaken up. But again, we will have another quick timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout break once again. Thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go, or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions, or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Back to a big 3rd down and 10 now for the Henderson Lions. 1:41 left to play in this first half. The Buckeyes in full control, 36-14. But obviously looking to get the ball back. Let's see if Henderson goes to the air here. 3rd and 10 from their own 20. Trips out to the left-hand side. That's the wide side of the field for Robinson in at quarterback. Looks to his dad on the sideline to get the play. The Buckeyes adjust with 5 defensive backs in the game. Going to try to get pressure off this strong side from Matt Burton. Here he comes. They hand it off up the middle, and he's got some running room. Buckeyes unable to make the tackle, and he picks up the first down, goes out of bounds at the 40. And they come to the short side of the field. Not exactly what the Buckeyes wanted to see, as that was their opportunity to get the ball back. But that first down run is going to be able to run out the clock if Henderson doesn't try to take a shot here. So that's a big 3rd down pickup by the Henderson Lions, one of the best runs of the night. Comes to the short side of the field, trips over to the left. The Buckeye defense adjusted. Here again, they're going to run the same play as number 6. The big back there, Yacoris Porter, picks up another 5. The 1:20 left. And now the Buckeyes are going to be content to let the clock run. Henderson coming to the line of scrimmage quickly. 2nd and 5 from their own 45. takes the snap, looks to pass. That route gets jumped, and the quarterback just playing kind of sideline football, flips it out. And that's another first down for Henderson. And that's just some sandlot football as the Buckeye secondary over there with number 4. That's Cody Guidry. Jumps that screen route, and the quarterback just runs right at him.
He does a good job of just getting the ball out of there.
Exactly, and just showing his athleticism because, trust me, that's not how they drew that play up. 49 seconds left to play in this first half. Ball just inside Buckeye territory. Twins left and Twins right now. Ball on the left hash. Here's the snap. They're going to fake a handoff straight up the middle, and they're going to give it to him once again. Number 6 breaks into the, that's number 15, breaks into the open field. Picks up 15 down to the Buckeye 34. 28 seconds left now as Henderson plays hurry up to try to score points. They spike the ball to stop the clock, brings up 2nd down and 10 with 24 seconds left. As Henderson now goes from 3rd down and 10 and looking to just try to run the clock out into scoring mode. 2 big runs as the Buckeyes kind of in nickel prevent defense. 36-14 is your lead here with 24 seconds. Henderson back to the line of scrimmage. Twins left, Twins right. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it straight off again. Quarterback keeper, and he goes down after a gain of just 2, and that might be the last play of this half.
Robinson, the ball carrier.
So we've got 15 seconds left. Now they are going to try to get to the line of scrimmage quickly. They have no timeouts left. They spike it once again and bring up 3rd down and 8 with 7 seconds left. And Jeff, you got to think this is whatever you got in the kitchen at the sink to throw this one in the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for it here. Got 7 seconds left on the clock. They're down 36-14. You know they're going to the air here, so Gilmer's going to try to put as much pressure
7 seconds to play
on the quarterback as they can get on him. They don't want to give him time to get a pass off. They don't want a route to have time to develop.
Yeah, watch for his brother here. Split out wide to the right-hand side. 4th down and 9, so regardless, this is probably the last play of the half. See also if they don't have the hook and ladder play here, Jeff called. He's going to drop back. He's going to have pressure from Burton. He rolls out of that. Looks down the field. He's got all the time in the world to throw. Throws downfield. It's going to be incomplete, and that's going to be the end of the half. Buckeyes lead 36-14. Going in at halftime, not any better. Not much to pick on, Jeff, for the Buckeyes first half. They come out and put up a monster half. We'll be right back to review some of those statistics, recognize some of our sponsors right after this. And a tale of really just kind of all Buckeyes in the first half. 36-14 your lead. Brandon Tennyson with a big half. Rowan Flewellen with a big half. The Buckeyes with a big turnover as well. That leads to points, and the Buckeyes still probably left 2 scores on the field. Not the least of which was that big 3rd down run. A couple of 4th downs where the Buckeyes had the Lions pinned. But once again, not much critical things to say about the Buckeyes first half when you put up 36 points and only 14 for Henderson. The first score for Henderson came on a fumbled scoop that really was disastrous for Henderson. The quarterback just athletically picks it up, runs around the right end, and picks up all that scoring. We will recognize one of our special sponsors, Gilmer.org. Helping businesses to Gilmer. We'll recognize them and be right back with some halftime statistics.
Think there's nothing to do in a small town? We disagree. Gilmer, Texas. Come live what you've been looking for. Shop Gilmer. Play Gilmer. Live Gilmer.
And back to Buckeye Jeff Traylor Stadium here as the Buckeyes lead 36-14. That's Live Gilmer. That's our friends promoting our great town and bringing businesses to Gilmer. And we're grateful to have them and all of our businesses and of course our new sponsors. We've got Rowdy Creek Winery. What a great place, about halfway between here and Longview on the right-hand side. Great place to go out and spend your weekends, or you want to do some glamping. It's out there as well. Also, Smith Meats and Quality Meats, they've got some prime ribeyes on sale this weekend, folks, and it is that time to start cranking up the grill and enjoying that. And we will also recognize the pit stop that is helping us out. If you need your oil change, please go up to the pit stop and get that taken care of. And all of our great sponsors, not the least of which is kind of our champion sponsor on everything here at Gilmer Independent School District. That's Godarzi & Young. I want to thank Brent and Marty for all they do for our school system and community. We appreciate them so much. So we'll recognize our sponsors one time through, and then we'll come back with the Buckeye Stars and the Buckeye Band and some halftime statistics right after this.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions, or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together, we're better.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You'll find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
And back to Jeff Traylor Stadium here in Gilmer, where your Gilmer Buckeyes lead 36-14 at halftime. And it is time for the Gilmer Buckeye Stars to take the field, followed by the Sweepstakes Award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band. We are so proud of all of our kids here at Gilmer Independent School District. Like Jeff said in the pregame, over half of the school body is participating in some type of activity, ROTC, in the band, on the drill team, on the football team tonight. Just such great programs. So proud of our new high school here at Gilmer High School. But the Gilmer Buckeye Stars take the field, directed by Miss Donna Lane, and we will watch the Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Gilmer High School Stars drill team, directed by Donna Lane and Lauren Murray. Lane
Guerrero. The Stars perform a palm routine to Disco Inferno. Cheer for the Buckeyes as the Stars kick to the Buckeye fight song.
marches in traditional American military style. The band stepped off to the Vienna Philharmonic Fanfare by Strauss, Cyrus the Great, and Nettermeyer Triumphal Marches by Carl King. By senior drum major Jenna Height. the Gilmer High School Buckeye Band. The Gilmer ISD bands are directed by Eric Gray, Brandon Garman, Chris Witt, Sarah Thompson, and Emily Chenoweth. Major sponsor is Michelle Park. Thank you for your attention to all of tonight's halftime performances, and go Buckeyes!
Smith Quality Meats, located at 604 Highway 271 South in Gilmer, just across from the junior high school, brings you the freshest cut, best quality meats anywhere. And now it is all right here in Gilmer. Just call 903-680-MEAT and let the experts at your locally family-owned Smith Family Meats set you up for your main course for any occasion. It is always prime time at Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Call us at 903-680-MEAT and tell Mr. Smith what you need today, so everyone at your house is happy tonight.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
And back to Jeff Traylor Stadium here, where we get ready to kick off the second half. Thank you to the Gilmer Buckeye Band, the Majorettes, and the Stars. And special shout out to Mr. Matthew Smith. Did a great job there on that xylophone solo. As a former xylophonist myself, I can appreciate all the hard work that goes into that. Didn't miss a note. I was watching you, buddy. 1 minute left to kick off here in the second half. The Buckeyes will be kicking off to start the second half. Some first half statistics for Henderson. They basically rushing 20 times. They got 131 yards, but 65 of those was on a scooped up fumble for the Buckeyes. 16 rushes for 118 yards. Passing 14, 8 of 14 for 157 yards with 14 attempts. So 30 offensive plays in the first half. Absolutely where the Buckeyes want to be. They put up 36 points in 30 plays as the Henderson Lions take the field. And once again, the statistic that matters, 36-14 on the scoreboard as the Gilmer Buckeyes enter the second half with all the momentum. They're going to go out and try to kick off here and try to keep the Henderson Lions from establishing any momentum here. Defense has done a great job all night. Just a few plays, not the least of which has kept the Lions in this game, and that's the scoop and scramble from the quarterback, Jacoby Robinson. And that was a fumble that the Buckeyes could have gotten. It was a fourth down stop that they had. Even if he wouldn't have just fallen on it, if he would have didn't just pick it up and run around the end. But that touchdown play, it just, you get a difference, Jeff, when we talk about here in the second half, is you just feel the difference between a program that's kind of just restarting under a new head coach. They come into tonight 1-0, had a squeaker 1-point win against Hawesville last week, and they run into a juggernaut, and the Buckeyes really look like it's midseason form, as sharp as they are. Still lots of stuff to clean up, but nevertheless, the Buckeyes really kind of having their way tonight, and you want to see them be able to keep this up for another 12 minutes, take a commanding lead into the fourth quarter, and then get some of those young guys the ability to get some snaps, which is invaluable, especially against a good team. And just so far tonight, everything has just been about as good as you can expect for Coach Metzel and these Buckeyes.
Well, everything's going according to plan. This is what you try to plan every season. It's just this one has gotten started off the way the coach. First time in history one's ever got started the way you scripted it. Yeah. So Buckeyes are looking very crisp. You know, a lot of these guys played last year. Obviously, we talked about how being able to play 16 games last year is like a whole nother half season that a lot of these guys got. And got a lot of young guys on here that have stepped up. and good senior class. And this is just a good-looking Buckeye team. It's going to be a fun season to watch. I can tell you that for sure.
This first half was fun. 36 points worth.
All right, high pooch kick fielded on the 20-yard line, coming around the right side, and he's going to be brought down on the 25-yard line.
That's about as good as you can get for an open field tackle for number 18, Michael Colbert there, the junior, and just all kinds of talented speedsters for the Buckeyes are going down to cover that kick. And it's going to be down at the 25, and that was a pooch kick that gets down at the 25. That was essentially backwards 3 yards after he caught that. Michael doing a great job running that down from behind. Let's see if the Black Flag defense can pick up where they left off here. 1st and 10 for the Henderson Lions from their own 25-yard line.
All right, 1st and 10, one back in the backfield. Here's the snap, another quick pass out to the right side. Executed quite well. Going to be good for at least 5 yards there. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Lions. They've done a pretty good job on that pass tonight as far as picking up their blocks out there. The wide receivers picking up their blocks against the Buckeyes, and it's been good for some yardage tonight. So they have executed that quite well. 2nd down and 5 from the shotgun. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. They're showing 1 back in the backfield. He's a good one. Speedy number 6. Picked up several positive yards in the first half. They're going to drop back pass again. Looking to throw an out route. It's going to be caught. Forward momentum is going to get him out to the 40-yard line. That's going to move the chains.
Landon Watson on the coverage there. Had good coverage, but he gives up about 7 inches of height and 40 pounds to number 14 there for Henderson, who just uses his body, Devin Phillips, to block him out.
All right, handoff. Bounces out to the right side. Watson does a good job, open field tackle there. Gain of about 3 yards, maybe 4 on the play. But a good open field tackle from the corner position there with Watson.
Yeah, big number 44 for Henderson, and I mean he's a big guy. That's Vontrarius Landon. Really comes out and kind of hooks Big Smooth, number 7, Jerron Choice out there, and can't get to that play. And Watson does a good job coming up and cutting his legs for just a 3-yard gain. Otherwise, there's a lot of green grass there for that running back. And like I say, Jeff, he likes to bounce those outside. All right, here's the snap. Spins around, handoff, caught from behind, breaks 2 tackles. He is in trouble and it's going to be, look at this guy. He refuses to go down, but ultimately he does and loses about 10 yards in the process. Man, Porter, he is just a fighter.
All the way back to the 31.
Buckeyes were all over him, and he broke several tackles before ultimately losing 13 yards.
Yeah, that's an impressive loss of 13 yards.
It really is. It's one of the best looking 13-yard losses I've ever seen.
3rd and forever now for Henderson. Let's see if the Black Flag defense can use this momentum on that loss of 13 on that run and get off the field here.
Yeah, 3rd and 20. Ball spotted on the 31. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Here's the snap. Drops back, looking to pass. Dumps a little screen pass out to the right side, and again, he just fighting his way forward. Should have been down on the 30. He got down to the 34, so he got about 4 yards back. That's going to bring up 4th and 16, and they're going to have to punt.
Great job by the Black Flag. Exactly how you want to start off here. Henderson come out and eats about a 1/4 of the quarter, and 9:30 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. But they managed to go 3 and out and get off the field. Rowe standing back about his own 37-yard line awaiting this punt. And the offense is going to get another chance with good field position, it looks like, after this punt.
All right, here's the snap. Nice high kick. And Rowan's going to back away, and it takes a Buckeye bounce, actually. And so the Buckeyes going to have great field position. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Here comes Brandon Tennyson, who could not have started the game any better. 10 of 12 for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns just through the first quarter. As Henderson basically got in that 7-8-man front and then dared Brandon to throw it, and boy, did he throw it. And then they bailed on him and got in a nickel defense and dared him to run it. And Ashton Haynes, boy, did he run it. So it's kind of pick your poison here to try to stop these Buckeyes. 1st and 10 from their own 34.
All right, here's the snap. Jet sweep, right side, big hole out to the 40-yard line. And
From one
that's the
that
freshman.
was Caden Tennyson, the ball carrier.
to the 40-yard line.
Nice pickup by Caden there. So good to have 4 years on his contract.
6-yard gain on the carry. 2nd and 4 for the Buckeyes. Ball spotted now at the 40. 3 receivers wide to the right, 2 to the right. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Here's the snap. Tennyson drops back under pressure, fires one over the middle. I think they're going to say that hit the ground. Yep, he hit the ground. It was reeled in there by Rowan Fluellen, but it was just a little low. Again, Tennyson does just such a great job with pressure.
Yeah, he stood in there and took the big hit there to try to deliver that one across the middle. And it was just at the feet of Rowe, who couldn't get his arms quite under that. Brings up 3rd down and 4 from the Buckeye 40.
Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Rolling to the right side, dumps it out to Jackson, dodges one would-be tackler, stays on his feet, making his way almost to midfield, gets out to the 49-yard line. We saw him last week. This is the first time he's touched the ball tonight, but I'll tell you what, he's fun to watch.
He is electric,
He
Jeff.
is fun to watch.
That is a lot of fast twitch muscle fiber in that 160-pound frame there for Jackson, and he's just another spark plug for the Buckeyes that they can put in this high-octane offensive engine. Moves the chains in the shadow of the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 Buckeyes looking to go into Henderson territory and back to pay dirt.
All right, here's the snap. Hand off to Jackson up the middle. Look at him find a hole and just hits the hole so quick. Picks up 7 yards on that carry. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
And he's not very big, so he's hard to find in there, and he stays so low and he moves so quickly. By the time you think about tackling him, there's nothing but a shadow left. He's just gone. 2nd down and 3 now. Buckeyes rolling is this against this 6 men in the box, and they'll keep running it as long as that's the case.
Jackson goes in motion. They dump it back across the right side. Good tackle there by the corner. That was out complete to Rockwell.
Yeah, Jeff, I got to say, Dalen Garrett, the senior cornerback out there, has been one-on-one against number 9 for the Buckeyes, Josiah Rockwell, and he's got offers everywhere as capable as he is, but that's 2 Division I talents out there going against each other. That play is a screen pass. It's perfectly set up. He blows through a block, Garrett does, and manages to stop Rockwell, but not before he picks up a 1st down. That is a great corner out there, and I think he'll be playing on Saturday somewhere. That's a good talent, Garrett, out there.
All right, here's Tennyson from the shotgun. Rowan goes in motion. Quarterback keeper up the middle, finds a hole, and got a helmet lost on the field. They're going to drag. That was Caden Tennyson in at quarterback. They actually sent Caden in there. I didn't even notice that they changed the quarterbacks out.
When you change a senior for a freshman, they're both named Tennyson, and you don't notice, that's a good problem to have if you're a Buckeye fan.
Well, you got number 10 and number 11 there.
Yeah, number 10 wearing his protege's old number, or his mentor's old number. Stump Godfrey was down on the sideline watching them both.
Twin receivers left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Rolling to the left side, looking to pass downfield, got a man open, and just can't reel it in. I think that was number 9, Rockwell, the intended receiver, and just can't pull that one in.
Yeah, that's a dart that normally Rockwell's going to catch. He was trying to kind of sit down in the zone, and BT kind of threw him open. And I think he saw it a little bit late, but that is a great throw against your body over to the left-hand side, and one that I think Rockwell would like to have back. 3rd down and 7. Let's see if he doesn't get his chance, because this is probably 4-down territory for the Buckeyes.
You're looking at 3rd and 6 for the Buckeyes. Handoff around the left side of Jackson. Throws a great stiff arm and gets upfield. I'll tell you what, Todd, he gets the 1st down. I don't know if he's got the fastest 40 time or the fastest 100 time on the field, but I can tell you this. He is the quickest person on the football field, period.
And it's not close.
I don't know what his outright speed is in open field. But as far as speed and maneuverability, start, stop, breaking left to right, he is the quickest guy on the field. And he is fun to watch. And from the shotgun, here's the snap. Cross open, wide open. Number 9, good job there, Rockwell, on a little inside route. And that's going to be enough to pull the chains forward.
One-on-one with Garrett. You can't cover it any better than Garrett covered it, but fortunately you can't throw it any better than BT threw it, and that moves the chains inside the red zone now. 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
I think they're going to see what Jackson can do again on 1st down. They do. Handoff to the right side, got a hole. Gets up inside, man, he just fights and will not go down. Gets all the way down to the 7.
And it is close to a 1st down. If it's not 1st and goal, it's within a foot. And I think it's going to be 2nd and inches now. Buckeyes can pick up a 1st down literally within the next half yard.
We don't run this step, but could you imagine Haynes and Jackson as a split backfield? I mean, think about that.
Yeah, you're then basically.
I mean, what are you going to do then?
You're gonna go man-to-man on the outside and hope like heck that BT doesn't get loose and throw it.
Too many weapons on the field.
It's pick your poison for Henderson tonight.
Too many weapons on the field. 2nd and 1 for the Buckeyes. Looking to go to the air. We go to the corner.
Touchdown.
And it is a touchdown. That's number 17.
Rowan
Fluellen.
And boy, what a shot.
And man, he went up and jumped out of the gym for that one.
Coach Traylor, I know you guys are up there in Illinois, but that may be a future Roadrunner to Roadrunner connection. That is about as pretty as it gets in that corner route. BT throwing it where only Rowe can go get it, and boy did Rowe go get it. That is the 3rd touchdown of the night for Rowe. 2nd touchdown pass from BT to Rowe. 42-14 with 4:45 left. This 3rd quarter's gone by quickly, but the Buckeyes have touched it once. They mount a 70-yard scoring drive with extra point left to come. We got flags everywhere.
Flag on the play here. False start against the Buckeyes. They're going to back it up 5.
Hernandez already has the tee set. He said,
like, I like it. I like it better. I like it better here.
This gives me more range anyway. As he is shown against last year with a game winner against Lindale, the state finalist in the Buckeye victory here in Jeff Traylor Stadium. He kicked a 37-yarder to win it.
Okay, here comes the snap, the hold, and certainly he's got plenty of leg. And that kick is good. 4:45 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Gilmer 43, Henderson 14. We'll be right back.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
And back to the action. 4:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Buckeyes come out in the 2nd half. They get a stop, get the ball back, go down and score. 43-14 now. Your Buckeyes lead Henderson as they get ready to kick off. Hopefully finish up this 3rd quarter successfully and then get some of the young guys in with a nice cushion and get some valuable experience here against a really good Henderson team. We talked about it at the pregame. Henderson is a very, very talented bunch. But this is just their 2nd game under a new head coach, new players in every position, and it's shown tonight as they run into a very, very sharp Buckeye team. Hernandez gets ready to kick off again, probably a pooch kick to the right side. Here's the kick. It is a pooch kick to the right side. It's going to go out of bounds, it looks like. Flags will be down. And it looks like Henderson will take over probably at their own 35-yard line. Good coverage regardless by the young Buckeyes.
And 35, 1st and 10 from the 35 for Henderson. Let's see if they can get some momentum going here. This has been just Buckeyes all the way. You talked about The first touchdown that they picked up was basically on a blown play, a fumble. They picked up 64 yards, and then finally punched it in the end zone. And then the second touchdown, they actually marched down there, had a good series, and earned that. And other than that, it has been all Buckeyes on both sides of the ball tonight, and playing quite well.
Maybe those guys, Jeff, that picked the preliminary scores maybe know what they're talking about, because they've been pretty accurate so far here tonight.
All right, handoff number 6, got a hole up the middle, and boy, he found it. Bounced out to the left side, and he is headed down the sideline and finally knocked out of bounds by Cody Guidry, who had to come all the way from the other side of the field to run him out.
And just tackling by the Buckeyes, it'll give them something to work on.
Well, he just hit a hole. That was just good. We go back and look at the film on that one. I think they just set up their blocks extremely well. And he went right through the hole, right where he was supposed to go. That was perfectly executed as it was supposed to be on the Lions. Here's the snap. Another handoff. This time it's going to be dropped for maybe just a little loss of about a yard.
Borda just not having it on that one from Portis, as he's cramping up, and he's going to have to stretch it out a little bit. But I will say, Jeff, that last run by Portis was the longest purposeful run for Henderson of the night. The longest, of course, the 65-yard blown 4th down scoop and scramble by number 4 Robinson. Is we're going to take a quick timeout. We got a cramp break here, an injured player. We'll be right back after these messages.
Actually, I think he's up, so
we'll stay here.
We'll stay here and just thank our sponsors verbally. Thank you, sponsors. We appreciate all that you guys do for us. All of the money, all the proceeds from our sponsors go to the Booster Club here to serve the students. 100% of those proceeds go to serve our kids here, and we just want to thank all those great companies in our community that step up and help these young people out each and every year. Couldn't do it without you. We certainly appreciate you.
It's like pressure coming here from the Buckeyes, 2nd and long.
All right, here's the snap. A handoff up the middle.
Oh my gracious.
And he is hit there by number 24.
Ryan Brown, big senior linebacker. And boy, did he leave a mark on that one. That one stopped in a hurry. That was 2nd down and 12. And it looked like a big hole, and it just stopped them abruptly at 3rd down and 9 as we stand. As Henderson, with 3:48 left in this 3rd quarter, trying to get something going after that long run by number 6, Porter. Number 8 in the backfield now, that's Dallas Alexander. He likes to bounce things outside.
Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls around, got a man open, and that was a nice catch there on the 5-yard line. Just well-executed play.
Yeah, they threw that to a spot. They've run that to Tobias Jackson. They've done that a time or two in practice, as they roll out and kind of open to the wrong side while 3 receivers flood the zone. He just throws it to the 5-yard line. Unfortunately for the Henderson Lions, Jackson knew exactly where that ball was going to be, and he ran right to that spot. 1st and goal now for Henderson.
2 receivers wide to the right, 1 back in the backfield. From the shotgun, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, met instantly by Caden Tennyson. Caden, I don't know what Caden weighs. It's not a lot, but he doesn't know it. Nobody told him, because he came around there and made impact.
I tell you what, you love and hate knowing that that's your future quarterback. You love the mentality, and you hate the fact that he just ran, as Brick and Darcy used to say, with no regard for life or limb, straight at a back that's 6'2", 220 pounds, and just stops him dead in his tracks. 2nd and goal, 1-yard loss there for tackle for a loss for Caden.
All right, there's a snap, and the same thing happens. Quarterback scrambling for his life, dodging tackles, has a man in the end zone, and he just drops it. And I mean, he should have had that one. The quarterback, let's give him some props on that one. He escapes death multiple times to throw a nice pass.
Yeah, he's doing a Houdini, and it looks like every play that breaks down, Robinson just turns into just kind of a backyard quarterback doing a Vince Young impersonation. Delivers a strike to number 15, who normally would come down with that. That's Tobias Jackson, who's open in the backfield. Literally, Cody Guidry had his hands on Robinson, the quarterback, number 4, tackling number 4 twice, and he just escapes and then manages to get that ball off. Brings up a big 3rd and goal from the 6. Obviously 4-down territory. 2:39 left in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes lead 43-14, but Henderson knocking on the door.
All right, same set for Henderson. 1 back, 2 receivers wide right. They're going to take a timeout, talk it over, and while they're doing that, we're going to take a timeout, talk it over too.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Extra, extra! Read all about tonight's game in Thursday's Gilmer Mirror, complete with pictures, coaches' comments, and a look at next week's opponent. The Gilmer Mirror has been serving the citizens of Upshur County since 1877. You know, reading the news online is fine, but there is nothing like physically picking up your hometown paper, turning the pages, and catching up on everything going on in our area. If you're not subscribing to the Gilmer Mirror, you're probably missing out. It's one of my favorite publications, and I know you'll love it too. The Gilmer Mirror, www.gilmermirror.com.
Back to the action here. 3rd down and goal for Henderson. 2:39 left in the 3rd quarter. Back to the birthday boy. Voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash.
You have to remind me. Another birthday. And here's the snap. Drops back. Plenty of time. Forced out of the pocket. Looking to throw to the corner. And he throws it in the dirt. Had pressure there. Number 14, Jackson.
Kendall Jackson's done such a fabulous job tonight, Jeff. He, I think, got stepped on, and he comes kind of gingerly trotting off the field, but he brings such an impact when he comes along. Obviously, his granddad there have been like a father to us, Mr. Henry Jackson and Miss Shirley. Only raised about half our town. So, Coach and Miss Jackson, your grandson's doing good, but it looks like, fortunately, it's just a cramp as he's trying to walk that one off. But Kendall, also another year on his contract, back where he belongs in orange and black, and we are glad he is home. 4th and goal now for Henderson. See if this black flag can stand up here. It's going to be another timeout by Henderson. That's already the 2nd of this last 3 plays. We'll be right back after these messages.
Because of investments in our surrounding infrastructure, eTex offers advanced improvements in internet connections, service experience, and quality of life for our customers. The driving force for eTex has been to create a state-of-the-art company using both the latest technology and local expert technicians, people you know. And best of all, a certified support team that delivers quality support within hours, not days. eTex, local support from the team you trust.
All right, we are back in Jeff Traylor Stadium. This is another timeout. Just a lot of confusion over there on the offensive side of the ball with the Henderson Lions, and they've had to take 2 timeouts just in the last couple of minutes to talk it over and try to decide what they're going to do to try to punch this in. They're looking at 4th and goal. The ball is spotted on the 6-yard line, so this is kind of important for them if they want to try to claw their way back into this game. So they've got 1 back in the backfield and 2 receivers split wide to the right. They're going to probably throw a pass here. Dropping back. Going for the corner of the end zone. And just overthrown.
Black flag stands up. Great defensive stand. Goal line stand by the Buckeyes. 2:25 left and 95 yards of green grass in front of Brandon Tennyson. And this Buckeye offense with plenty of room to operate, firmly in control with 43-14 here with just a few minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter.
Tate was the defender on that play, running stride for stride. So here comes the Buckeye offensive unit, 1st and 10 from their own 6-yard line. Jackson is still the back for the Buckeyes. And from the shotgun, here's Tennyson, 1st down. Hand off to Jackson around the left side. and he is just absolutely depleted by number 15.
Yeah, that is Tobias Jackson, the receiver. Comes up from his safety position and just draws a beat. And you can see the individual talent that Henderson has because, boy, he is moving exactly as fast as Jackson is, who picks up 1 yard on that carry. But he's coming all the way from his safety position to make that tackle. That is, that's impressive stuff on his film.
All right, here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff to Jackson, dumps it out to the 20, past the 20 to number 9. That's that same inside route that he ran earlier on the last possession.
That's Josiah Rockwell.
That's Rockwell, and that's going to be good for a first down. It puts the ball out 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 24. Nice catch there by Rockwell.
Yeah, and as an outside guy, as talented as he is, the more he learns this offense and gets on the same page with BT. I mean, with Ro Fluellen in the slot, and you got Parker Gillow out here, it's just ridiculous the wealth of talent that the Buckeyes have.
All right, pump fake. Tries to dump it out to heavy pressure there on Tennyson. He tried to dump it at the last minute to Jackson, and it's going to fall incomplete and bring up 2nd down.
Not a bad thing for BT to get rid of that one. He's getting pressure. The kind of the left side of the offensive line kind of collapsed on him, and he just kind of used up his play clock internally as that play's designed for a pump fake and a quick delivery out into the flat. But he dumps it down low. Nobody else can catch it. Takes care of the football deep in his own territory. Lives to fight another day, 2nd and 10.
Jet sweep to the right side. Tennyson, the ball carrier, and there wasn't a lot there to be had. He makes about 4 yards out of that carry.
Well, one thing you know, Charlie's sons have inherited great vision. As Cade puts his foot in the ground and getting coached up by Coach Kennedy down here saying, hey, you took the ball the wrong way from a handoff standpoint. We'll correct that, but great run to bring up 3rd and manageable. Buckeyes need to pick this up here and keep this drive alive. 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Trip receivers to the left side. Here's the snap. Drops back, heavy pressure. Dumps a little screen out here to Jackson. Look at that vision. Finds a hole up the middle. He's in open field. It's a foot race to the end zone. Will he make it? Going to be drugged down on the 6.
But that is all Brandon Tennyson, who just keeps floating back and floating back and floating back, buying time for that screen pass. And boy, as soon as Jackson sees that opening, he makes one little stop move, and he hits the Jets, goes all the way down to the 5-yard line. And just great effort by the defender there. And I don't know what number that is, but he is completely cramped up at the 5-yard line, Jeff.
He is a special kind of back. Let me tell you, he came to a full stop.
Dead stop.
And then said, oh, there's a hole, and then went from 0 to 60 in about a half a second.
Yeah, it looked like the Tesla ludicrous mode as he hit the gas and almost got whiplash as he took off so fast. Literally ran by 3, kind of gave a stiff arm to kind of propel him forward. And the backside safety came back and caught him, and I'm not sure who that is, but he is completely locked up at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think he's got a cramp down there.
Yeah, he's got, I'm sure.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
The Med Shop Pharmacy in Gilmer's features a drive-through pharmacy for all your prescription and over-the-counter drug needs. Place refills using our free phone app RX2Go, or use our convenient auto refill line 24/7 at 903-680-2626. Stop by and see our unique gift items for all occasions, or visit us on the web at gilmermedshop.com. And don't forget, the Med Shop is your flu shot and vaccine headquarters for the fall and winter season. The Med Shop Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy.
All right, we are back here in Jeff's Trailer Stadium, and they have gotten the cramp taken care of down there, and we're now 25 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Gilmer leads 43-14.
Jeff, that's Dalen Garrett, who we talked about. They just locked up.
He's had a great game tonight.
He came from the backside corner to catch Jackson, and I mean, that is coming a long way. He just ran a 100-yard sprint, saved a touchdown for the time being, but boy, what a great play by Brandon Tennyson, buying time with his feet, setting up Jackson to do what he does. 1st and goal Buckeyes now from the 5-yard line of Henderson, trying to stretch this lead out to 50.
Jet sweep handoff to number 4, Cody Guidry. Cody's looking for a hole, not one there. He gets to the 5, maybe a yard. There just wasn't anything there for him to go through a lot of congestion. And so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5.
They ran out of real estate, but they made 11 white jerseys run all the way across the field on 1st down and goal.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to roll into the 4th quarter with Gilmer leading Henderson 43-14, and the Buckeyes knocking on the door. We'll be right back.
Growing up as a child in East Texas, I was always taught that I had to outwork my opponent. That same principle has carried over into our law firm. And for over 20 years, we've outworked each and every insurance company, lawyer, or corporation we've gone against. If you look at our results, they prove it. Put us to work for you, and we promise to never stray from the same East Texas work ethic that you were raised on.
Rowdy Creek Ranch, located on Highway 300 between Gilmer and Longview, is your destination for a world-class escape. With everything from dinner and wine tastings to weekend retreats in our unique and luxurious glamping park, Rowdy Creek is a little piece of heaven right in our own backyard. Corporate events, reunion gatherings, weekend getaways, and even dinner with live music are all on offer at Rowdy Creek Ranch.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium we are, and we're beginning the 4th quarter with the Buckeyes leading 43-14, and now looking at 2nd and goal from the 5, about to punch another score in. So Jackson,
2nd down.
long run down the sideline, has set the Buckeyes up in good position. So they're going to leave him in now to probably have the honors of trying to get this score. He is the back in the backfield. Here's the snap. They're going to pass. Drop back, fires one, and it is batted up.
Intended for Rockwell, incomplete.
And that was intended for number 9, Rockwell. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that was a wide open look there. Rockwell on the slant. BT just waiting for that little move for him to clear. And that is a huge defensive end that got up and got a piece of that.
Hand off to Jackson, and he gets dropped immediately. Great play there by number 40 for the Lions, who just drops him for a 5-yard loss, and that's going to bring on the field goal attempt team. Buckeyes could easily go for a touchdown here, but being the gentleman that he is, Alan Metzel's going to
and gets Hernandez some work here.
Yeah, give Hernandez a little practice.
A little 27-yard attempt. About the same spot that he hit with the extra point penalty. And that one's blocked. And out of the end zone. So Henderson Lions make a good stand there. They're going to take over. Actually, we're going to give them the ball back and let them give it another shot. So we'll recognize a quick word from our great sponsors and be right back after these messages.
For all of your oil change and automotive service and maintenance needs, drop by Pit Stop Oil and Lube in Gilmer and take care of it with the fast, friendly, and full quality service. Pit Stop Oil and Lube is your hometown car care professional and can take care of anything your car needs to keep your vehicle running great and to keep you safe and satisfied. Conveniently located on Highway 271 North in Gilmer, if you need an oil change or inspection, make a pit stop at Pit Stop Oil and Lube.
All right, here we go. Henderson Lions take over. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's the snap and the handoff. And it is instantly met by big number 44, Matt Burton, who's going to drag him down.
First unit defense back in, Jeff, and they made a statement as the Henderson Lions went backwards 4 yards on that play. Not sure what they were expecting, but I'm not sure it wasn't just 44, Matt Burton completely collapsing the right side of that line and just meeting the running back in the backfield, and he never even got started. I would say that he stopped him for a loss, but Not sure you can stop somebody when they never start.
Quarterback rolling out to his right side, dumps one to a wide open receiver, number 6 out of the backfield. And he again just stays on his feet so well, fights forward all the way out to the 28-yard line.
3rd down and 2 yards to go. As after a long loss, that's the same kind of rollout play that they ran before. That's just Porter, the back, that's coming out of the backfield. He is uncovered. Now let's see if the defense can get a big stop here, Jeff, on 3rd and 2. 10 minutes left to play in this 4th quarter. Buckeyes lead 43-14. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be stopped for a loss by Matt Burton. As he puts him on the ground, that's about a 3-yard loss. Bring up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, Porter is just wearing number 44 tonight.
And he doesn't wear it very well because that's about 260 pounds of 44. And he just is a dominant player on the defensive side. And for Coach Tommy Edwards, the defensive coordinator, what a luxury when you've got that kind of not just size, Jeff, but skill. As Henderson's going to be forced to punt, Rolf Llewellyn going back. He'll be about at his own 40, 45-yard line. 9:34 left to play in this ball game. Buckeyes got it well in hand, but they're going to get it back here in this 4th quarter to take try to take this lead out to 50-14. It's 12 men on the field, I think, for the Lions.
There's the snap. They got a good punt off, and that is a great punt. Hits the 30, and Rowan's going to get away from it. That ball is going to bounce all the way down to the 21-yard line. So nice punt there by the Lions, and the Buckeyes take over 1st and 10 from their own 21.
So 9 minutes left, Jeff. Once again, Smith Quality Meats in Gilmer. Highway 271 going south, right across from the old Chevrolet house. And they got prime ribeyes, USDA certified Angus beef prime ribeyes. Is the special this weekend, and I am going to get there. And if you want some, you better get there before me. As the Smith family, their son Cooper down there, Maddie, everybody helping out. Going to try to make it busy at Smith Quality Meats, 903-680-MEAT, M-E-A-T. As Caden Tennyson comes in at quarterback for the Buckeyes.
Handoff up the middle. I'm not sure who the back is right now. I'll have to look and see who that was on the ball carrier. Might be Michael Smith, or Michael Colbert, excuse me.
Around the 26-yard line.
So valuable snaps for some young Buckeyes here in this 4th quarter. The Buckeyes quite respectfully keeping this at 43 points because, Jeff, this could be in the 60s pretty easy.
I want to say hello to Miss Sarah Sharp Allen, all the way out in California, never misses a Buckeye game.
We are so glad to have Miss Sarah out there listening to us.
All right, one back in the backfield. It's Colbert. Here's the snap. Handoff once again to Colbert. Does a great job finding a hole, getting all the way out to the 35, picking up the 1st down.
Moving the chains, and again, Jeff, probably in any district in the state of Texas, Colbert's not just your starting running back. He is your 1st team all-district starting running back. For the Buckeyes, it looks like mop-up duty, but again, it's a long, long season, and the Buckeyes, aim to make this a 16-game season for teenage guys. That's a long time to play football when you play till Santa Claus comes, and Colbert's such a valuable asset as he's proving now, and he is talented in his own right. He is backing people up, but he's not a backup quality back.
Again, handoff to Colbert around the right side, and picks up a couple on that run. Again, they are trying to let the clock run out on this game. 7:18 left to play. Coach Metzel wants to keep the clock running.
Coach Keith Tate, for 20-plus years, handling these Buckeye running backs, so many All-Americans, so many All-State players come through under his tutelage and go to the next level. You talk about guys like Gus Johnson that's got a pro career, Justin Johnson, all the All-Americans that have come through, and all of them had Coach Tate as their instructor and Buckeye himself, and such a great asset to have here in the program.
Quarterback keeper, Caden, up the middle, a lot of room. Lowers his head and gets all the way across midfield down to the 41-yard line of the Lions. Picks up the first down.
It's deja vu and glimpse of the future as you see a blur. He reminds you in terms of how he moves so easily and so quickly. He looks like the same, Brandon Tennyson from 2 years ago as a sophomore that would just take off like that. And that's some speed back there in the secondary, but that's a 14-year-old that's coming at you full speed. And Caden Tennyson is fast, and he shows you what kind of potential he has.
Yeah, he's a freshman, but he's one of the fastest guys on the field. I'll tell you now. Jet sweep. Up the middle, found a hole. I'm trying to see who the ball carrier is there.
That's number 34 for the Buckeyes. And that's young Sam Fluellen. Sam doing a good job on that carry.
Yeah, Sam's got some wheels.
Hey, he's a Fluellen.
Yeah, he can roll.
You can never have too much depth in your gene pool, and when you're the Buckeyes and you talk about Tennysons and Fluellens and Hayneses, it is a wealth of riches. Second down and short now for the Buckeyes. 5 minutes left to play in this ball game now. Buckeyes driving behind the freshman quarterback, Caden Tennyson. Hands off straight ahead.
The middle. Dives forward, gets close to the first down marker. That ball carrier there was number 31.
And that's Kevion Brinkley, Jr.
Just inside the 32-yard line.
And once again, that's probably your 8th or 9th guy, and you haven't seen Big Smooth, Jerron Choice back there. You know that he's a back. When you got that much talent to draw on, you just feel really, really good about the future and the right now for the Gilmer Buckeyes. 3rd down and 1.
Almost falls down, able to keep his feet. Caden down the left side, just refusing to go down. Big gain all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Number 7, Charles Simpson. That's an 18-year-old close to a grown man that comes out of the secondary and tries to kind of think, I'm going to try to hit this guy, number 10, that's running, and he doesn't run out of bounds. He stiff arms him right in the face. I love the attitude from number 10, Caden Tennyson, who's playing for keeps. It doesn't matter if this is mop-up time for him. He's coming at you hard. 1st and 10 Buckeyes inside the red zone.
There's the snap, handoff to Brinkley up the middle. And he's hit immediately. And good for maybe a couple.
Buckeyes eating clock. Lots of young guys getting great experience and great time against Jeff, really what is a big and physical team. Still out there for the Henderson Lions, the number 1 group, number 99, Devin Fields, and he is monster. I mean, just that defensive front right now is it's kind of dwarfs the Buckeyes offensive line. Using all the play clock, Coach Metzel milking this to 3:30 left. Once again, we want to say safe travels to Colonel Neil Metzel on his way back to Japan. Your wife, Steph, love having you home, brother, and can't wait to get you back. But thank you for your service. Number 19 for the Buckeyes in. On the carry on the jet sweep, that's Pancho Gonzalez, the senior. Gets down close to a 1st down into the 7-yard line.
Ball carrier down to around the 8-yard line.
And here comes big number 5. That's Keith Rockwell, 3rd down and 1. He's in there with number 30 for the Buckeyes. That's Joseph Clark, and those two right there, Jeff, that's some serious beef in the backfield for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, you got a big fullback and a running back that, I mean, can absolutely run people over.
Yeah, here comes a big dose of Rockwell. Good luck on just trying to prevent him. There's 8 guys in the box. Buckeyes going to run it anyway. Give it to Rockwell. He's across the 5 all the way down to the 3. 1st and goal Buckeyes with 2:31 left. That's kind of what you expect from a guy that benches 350 and squats the rest of the field house. He is a strong, strong individual.
Yeah, he is definitely. It's ridiculous how strong this kid is. I mean, it really is.
And when you go stand next to him,
he's a monster.
He is. he's wide in his shoulders.
He's not that tall.
No, but
he's not tall, but buddy, he is just muscle on top of muscle.
Jacked.
He's the kind of guy you hate seeing coming at you.
Well,
he's about to come at you again.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Touchdown.
Keith Rockwell pounding it into the end zone. And this is going to give the Buckeyes, with an extra point left to come, the opportunity to hang their first 50-point game on an opponent. And it comes against the Henderson Lions. And Jeff, I got to tell you, I mean, I watched this team last week against Hawesville and was impressed by their first outing. They put 47 on the board last week, but really, well, this Black Flag defense has really just shown up big time here tonight, holding them to 14 points. And really, when you think about it, you know, the fluke plays is what's gotten them, the Henderson Lions, on the board at all. And the Buckeye offense has missed several opportunities. This, not that 50-14 is not a blowout, Jeff, but this actually could have been a lot worse. New kicker in for the Buckeyes, number 15. Kick is up. And Weston Mahan hits the extra point. And he is celebrated by his teammates. The senior puts a point on the board and puts his name in the record books forever. 50-14, a minute 57 left. We will come right back after these messages.
You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, at First National Bank of East Texas, we've got branches, branches, branches to proudly serve our family of customers across East Texas and beyond, providing the convenient banking and financial services you need to grow your business or to help you manage your money and fulfill your personal financial goals. First National Bank of East Texas, because together we're better.
Well, Jeff, 51st birthday. The Buckeyes giving you a birthday present. 50-14. So I guess you get to stay at 50 for another year here, or another few days at least.
What's crazy, the Buckeyes picked 38-point favorites in this game tonight.
And we thought they were crazy.
And we thought that was nuts. And right now they're leading 36. And if they wanted to punch the touchdown in earlier instead of the field goal attempt, and if they would have got the field goal attempt,
it would have been 38.
It would have been 39.
Yep.
So whoever running the algorithm over there, good job.
Yeah, you got it figured out. Let's see if the Buckeyes, with this young kicking team, can keep Henderson off the scoreboard once again. With a minute 57 seconds left. And Jeff, this Henderson team, Division 4A, or Division 1 in 4A, they're going to be a good team. They got too many athletes, but they just don't have the experience, and they're not sharp enough to be able to hang with these Buckeyes. But listening to their coaching show over in Henderson this week, I think they kind of saw it coming. But
Arona, the kicker, he's going to kick a high pooch kick, and we're going to get an offsides call. They're fumbling around with the football down here.
They'll move that one up 5 yards as the Buckeyes were offsides. Lots of young guys and not really familiar with the timing, as Arona approaches that differently than Hernandez does, Jeff. And he just didn't get there in time. Kind of had a little pause, but we have a cramp in the middle of the field. So, Jeff, let's take one more commercial break, and we'll come back right after these messages.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
When you're on the go and you've only got a minute, your Sefco store's got everything in it. From gas to groceries, you can find it right here. Aren't you glad there's a Sefco near? Day and night when you need the best, Sefco quality's as good as it gets. You'll find everything top of the line, and hometown service saving you time. Texans know when you're on the go, make it Sefco.
Back to Jeff Traylor Stadium here for the last minute and 49 seconds. Your Buckeyes lead 50-14 as Henderson takes over 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Lots of young Buckeyes in the game here. Here's the snap. This is going to be a handoff straight ahead, and it's going to make first contact. But Porter keeps moving his legs. Big run. Oh, that's Dallas Alexander, picks up about 7 yards on first down. Clock ticks down under a minute and 30 seconds left now. 2nd down and 3 from the 45 for Henderson. Dallas Alexander still the lone back with Robinson in the backfield. Taking their time getting the play clock in. Coach Robinson looking like he just wants to run this clock out as well. As we go under a minute and 10 seconds left, 10 seconds on the play clock. Shifting the formation, Alexander goes to the right side. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off straight to him, and he gets stood up right in the hole by Braden Rash. Good play there by Braden. He's outweighed there, Jeff, I think, by about 90 pounds. But nevertheless, he gets penetration in the backfield and keeps them at 3rd down and 1 with 40 seconds left here. May be the last play of the game here for the Henderson Lions. Coach Robinson content to let the play clock run down. 25 seconds left. This will be the last snap of the game if he chooses. Once again, handoff to Alexander, tries to bounce it to the corner. Great defense by number 19 and a whole host of Buckeyes. That's Pancho Gonzalez on the tackle. That'll move the chains, but I think that will end the game with 10 seconds left. And that'll be it, folks. 50-14, your Gilmer Buckeyes. Dominant performance here against the talented Henderson Lions team. Buckeyes punching up in their weight class to Division 4 1A. And the Buckeyes will defend home turf. Coach Alan Metzel will go to 16-2 as his career.
That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's it. We will see you right back here next week for homecoming in Atlanta as the Gilmer Buckeyes take a 50-14 victory. And we'll see you next week, Friday Night Lights, as your Gilmer Buckeyes take on the Atlanta Rabbits. For myself, Todd Robinson, the birthday boy, Jeff Rash, the voice of the Buckeyes, we say good night and go Buckeyes.